you later on. The job comes old. I got a to go to. 40 on 40 senior. That's a queen, you need like a little thing. Well, that's the thing about. That's what I'm giving. Yeah, that's the thing about. Things about.
4.7 The Pulse. Across Geelong, the Surf Coast and Bellarine Peninsula. Welcome to the GDFL Match of the Day, broadcast on the Pulse. Now, here to bring all the action to your radio, our team on 94.7 The Pulse.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome. Round 7 action here this afternoon. AA Simi Trailers Oval. We're out at Anakie this afternoon and they are taking on the Thomson Tigers. And both sides will be looking to get 4 points on the board just to get things rolling for them for the season. They're a long way in at this time of the year, but as I said, you can only do what you can do, and they're trying to battle it out pretty much. Both sides with a lot of injuries, but we'll go through that a bit later on. Welcome to this afternoon to the birthday boy coming up next week, but we'll probably mention that next week when you catch up again, Grub. Happy birthday for next week, and welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Smithy. G'day, listeners. G'day, viewers. Don't take the onus off yourself because your birthday was last Monday, I think it was. And we won't say how old you are, but I know you're a lot older than me. But I tell you what, how good is this? This is perfect football weather. No wind, no sun, so you can't get in your eyes. You got seconds players kicking goals from the 50-metre line from the pocket. No excuses today, boys. This is going to be a beauty.
And also with us this afternoon, the Thomson, what is he? A Thomson lad from way back, Archie Burley.
That might be the word.
Right, welcome to you, Archie Burley.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were mentioning it's Grubby's birthday soon, but I feel like it's my birthday today because we get to watch the mighty Thomson Tigers. But in all seriousness,
He's already given 3 votes to Max.
Sure. Names you play with Thomson.
Oh, probably 20 or so. We've got a great matchup today.
How many good ones?
Yeah, not many. Probably more than you. No, 9 first 10 today on the ladder. So both of the teams only beating Corio and Geelong West as well. So really hard to look at the form and try and tear these teams apart. So yeah, it's going to be a great matchup today. Obviously, a couple of teams, both teams, a couple out.
Yeah, that'll be the disappointing thing. As I said, you want to get to these stages, you want to see these sides have all their players in. Unfortunately, it's the injuries to key players that make a hell of a difference, and both sides this afternoon have got that. But as I said, they can only go out with the 21 they put in the park, and hopefully they can perform, and the home side will be looking to add to their wins. And obviously Thomson, again, would like to string a couple of together and at least get themselves up and running. So we've got some other games, though, we'll go through this afternoon, and probably one that should, we're not too sure how it will go, but Corio are at home. They take on Bannockburn. Bannockburn defeated last week, and Corio came undone as well, I think, last week, so against Thomson. So both sides will be keen to change things around for themselves, Grub.
Well, they will, Smithy. And before I do that, I know we normally wait till the end of the umpires, but I want to just throw the umpires in first. We've got Alex Magwaki or Magwaki. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'll go and see him in a minute, but he had good umpire. Daniel Hitchcock, young bloke, been around a while. And, of course, one of the best ones in the competition. I'm quite surprised. I thought he might be doing GFL, is Adam Jones. And I do have a special birthday wish for the goal umpire here today, Gwenda Bell. And she's a ring-ding-a-ling-dinger. 70 years old today. She'll be doing the goals. Gwenda, happy birthday. Hope you have a massive day out here at Anakie.
Yeah, she's out here doing the reserves at the moment, Grub, so she has got a big day.
Good on
you.
you.
Earning a keep this afternoon.
What a wonderful effort. So, now, yeah, Corio sitting 11th, Bannockburn 7th. Bannockburn, I thought were a better side than 7th, but I think they will be. They've had a bit of a tough run. They've been up and down. They lost to Cole. I think Henry Hawker played last week, which was they really need him playing. I know he's a new player, but he's a very, very, very good kid. They lost to Bannockburn by 23 points. But it was quite a surprise to me that after the week before when Belmont got a trounce, and honestly, I thought Bannockburn would beat them out there, but they didn't. So they've got to get back to the drawing board and start again. Beatsel was pretty good. Bath was all right. But again, their best player, who's, I reckon, a contender for the Whitley medals in the ruck is Gin. He's been good every single week. I reckon it's out of him and probably Brock Carter already for the team of the year, ruckman. So he's been very, very, very good. Corio, lost to Thomson by 25 points. There was no shame in that. They played pretty good footy. Herschel Carr kicked another 6, and he looks like him or Dixon look like the only ones any sort of a half a chance to chase down Smithy out of East. McMahon again, we saw him. He's a good player, McMahon. Ash, I think Shoebridge was back again. He's missed a couple. So, look, sitting 11th on the ladder, 1 and 5. Unfortunately, that's probably where they are at the moment, but they do have the capacity to cause an upset. I just don't think it'll be today. Even though it's an all-in-one oval, I think Bannockburn really can't afford to lose this one.
Yeah, I suppose, as I said, Herschel Carr's been important for them, as Graham mentioned, 6 goals again last week. They need reliance upon 2 or 3 others to get on the scoreboard. I think Gibson, kicked 3 from last week, but they need just those, I suppose, contribution from all players just to get them a bit more scoring pressure, but they'll need to be their best to beat Bannockburn, you would think.
Yeah, definitely. And even that the Shaka match we watched earlier in the year out at Geelong West, we saw Brock Savanka and the way that he can run and carry with the ball, and he gets deep forward as well. I'm sure he can impact the scoreboard. He has the last couple of games as well. A really positive sign for Corio is Jack Hall as well, making the interleague squad and being the best the last couple of weeks. He's their captain. They need him fit and firing out of the midfield. And also Hayden Burns. He's, one of those players in that key age brackets in between 20 and 30. I think about 25, 26. And he's going through the midfield. It's going to be good for them. But they can hold on to those players as well, just like Thomson, just like Anakie, and they'll be better to go in the future. But yeah, I think this should be the Bannockburn should come off a disappointing result last week and get the job done today.
Next game's Geelong West versus Winch. Geelong West under the new coach, but the coach coming in taking over for the season. Andrew Clark was back at the helm. They did pretty well against Inverleigh. Held them till pretty late, but Inverleigh got away late. Winchelsea, as we said last week, started the game like they were going to blow Belpost still away, but then they struggled to score. So I suppose they've got some turnaround to be done. Grub, you would think that would be too strong for Geelong West, even though it's at West Oval.
Well, you would think so, but they were a real disappointment to me last week, which I honestly thought they were better than that. And at times during the game they were. But, like your 3 parish boys are your 3 best players on the day, and yet they didn't put in 4-quarter performances themselves, and that's where Winchelsea fall down. I think their best football, they'll beat West easy, but they've got to be able to play their best football a little bit more consistently, and when they do, they'll be a lot more competitive. But it's just taken them a while to do just that, and I thought they were disappointing to go down by 43 points. They were never in the hunt after the first 2 goals they kicked. I think they kicked the first 2, and I think Belpost still, from memory, kicked the next 11. So that's just not good enough at senior level. But look, they'll keep working away, and I know that they'll actually get a little bit better. West, I don't think West have been that bad. And that's the good thing about GDFL football. You look at some of the other leagues and the bottom sides get pumped, but, West played Inverleigh last week. They were close most of the day, as you said, and lost by 39 points. Not a huge loss. Collins was again their best. He's probably my Whitley medalist favourite at the moment. But things may have to change down there because he doesn't mind a man. He just hunts the ball, and the ball comes to him, and he doesn't have to defend. But now the coach is gone. He was the one that was holding the back line together. He was a very good defensive player. Maybe Collins might have to go back to being a bit defensive, which may nullify his game plan, or somebody else has to go there. Seresi Unsworth, he was good when we saw him. He was really good last week. And again, back in the best players is Braden Mitchell. I think has been a very, very good player for them. 0-6, you don't like to see anyone 0-6, and you'd love to see them 1-7. And believe it or not, at West, if they play their best footy, they can get close today if Winch don't put in one of them performances. But I think Winch are just good enough to be able to beat them.
Yeah, Winch, as I said, you're right, Robert. They kicked the first 2, but then kicked 12 after half time. So they do have the ability to score, but they would need to be on their middle from the start. So
they've got to score when the pressure's on, not when the game's over.
Yeah, true. As I said, but it's pretty hard to play catch-up football. But they didn't throw it away, and that was one of the good things. Yep, John, you're up.
Definitely. No, I think one-way running was probably the problem as well for Winchelsea last week. When they were winning the clearances out of the middle, with the parish lads in there, they looked really good. But then we saw after the first 5 minutes, when Belpo still kicked the next 11 goals, it kind of just didn't look like they had a solution for it. And that's up to Ben Maloney to try and nullify the impact of the damaging mids inside. So, and be able to shut the game down as well. And just like when they kick a couple of goals in a row, be able to just play defensive football. So I'm sure he'll learn from that as well. And he's an experienced coach, experienced player, and I'm sure he'll, make the changes he has to. But yeah, I think that I think obviously Winchelsea should bounce back after a pretty disappointing result last week, and should beat West quite convincingly.
Yeah, they've got a couple of good forwards up there. Obviously, Primer, as we know, is handy and got 4 goals last week. But obviously, they need to get a bit more from their key forwards, and that's what they probably. I think they probably need to change a little bit around because Jordan Huffer played mostly in defence last week, and that was a bit of a surprise. I don't sure he played previously either through the midfield or up forward.
Yeah, he did play a bit up forward, but I mean, at the moment in the taller department, well, not so much the taller, but you've got there was the bloke you just mentioned, Cam Primer,
Yep.
and you've also got an ex Taekwondo medalist in Gould down there.
Yep.
That's probably why they've put him down back, but. Gould wasn't great last week, but he's kicked probably, 12, 13 goals for the year.
Yeah, he was closest to we looked at last week.
No, Dixon was closest, but he was probably 10 or 11 goals.
Yep.
He kicked another couple. So if you've got both of those blokes there, they should be scoring a lot more than that with 2 very, very good players. But you've got to have other players chipping in. As I said, the Parish boys, they sort of chip in. But it's very hard to be a forward when the ball comes in beautifully 1 minute and then you're struggling the next.
Yep.
They've got to get that continuity into their game.
Huff got a couple of weeks anyway, didn't he? I
Yeah, he
think
got 2 weeks with a sling tackle.
Yeah,
Yep.
and are you guys happy with that? Do you reckon that's what should have
Yep.
happened? Yeah, I
Yep.
thought that was pretty late in the action.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I'm not on the bloke himself, but as soon as he did it, he knew that he'd done the wrong thing. So he's accepted his medicine now and he goes on.
So Gould.
God, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I
yeah.
used to tackle.
Yeah.
Well,
that was the aim to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course.
He's got the ball.
So Gould, 13 goals, so that would be probably top 5 in the competition as well. But Huff, I think he's like, as we said, it could have come out of frustration because, to be quite frank, he went missing at times last week, and I don't think he had the impact that we know that he could have on a game of football.
Yeah, but you might say frustration, but he's captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you've got to be a little bit more careful with your discipline when you're captain because you have to set that example. But one tackle doesn't make that. It wasn't as if he was undisciplined all day. He made one mistake. Let's forget it. Move on with it.
That's exactly right. Interesting game this afternoon. East Geelong at home take on Werribee. Is it a happy hunting ground for Werribee down that way, Grub, or have they struggled?
Always struggled a bit down at East. But actually, there's a few grounds that they've struggled at. But they struggle at East a little bit because East have, in the last, quite a few years now, have been very, very good sides. So that's the reason for that. But it is a bigger ground which should suit Werribee Centrals. But look, a lot of the onus is we saw them a couple of weeks ago, and for probably the only time I've ever in the history of watching East, both Benny Crombie and Johnny McIntyre didn't play their best footy. Right? And everyone's allowed that.
Johnny McIntyre was back in form last week.
Well, last week he killed him again. I know Benny was good again too. So, that won't happen too often. But you need both of those players when you're going against the midfield of Culliver, Stone, Linehan, Cunningham. Your midfield's got to play well or you're in trouble. Sutton, he's the biggest recruit. They got Sutton. He was just about gone. Decided he was playing. He hope he doesn't get injured. He's been as good as any of them. And the big bloke down back, Robinson's been pretty good too. But Minari was good last week. We're starting to get a bit out of that. I just think to this stage, I think he's better than what he's shown. And I reckon he's going to get there, especially when a lot of the onus is on Zach Smith. You've got Izzard, he's a target as well. And Smith himself, of course, is capable of kicking anything. And I can tell you, Werribee have got a history of good forwards kick goals against Werribee Central. They've got this game where at their best and it works. I honestly don't think many sides can go with them. But it's so fraught with danger that you're very, very easily scored against. They haven't been kicking straight. And if you leave East Geelong in the game for long enough, they'll play you down. They will mow you down because they keep going. Obviously, I'm going to go from Werribee at 6-0 against 4-2, but anything can happen out there today. They are a chance.
Sutton's back. Did he play last week when you were down there?
Yep.
Did he play forward or back?
Both. And
Because I was going to say, I looked at some of the results during the week. Smith, Izzard, and Steele all got 3 goals each. So they got 3 pretty good forwards there that really take some minding. And I didn't know whether they had the cattle to go back. So he's obviously going to start back at this stage.
Oh, you would think so. Him and Robinson will take the tools.
Yep.
Brodie Smith will probably take Zach Smith.
Yep. Archer, your mate Zachy Smith, he's continues just to get his name in there every week with his 2 and 3. So
And he's been playing higher up the ground as well. Smithies. He's been coming up as well, and we did ask, we did think that would happen. Obviously Osbrook has pulled the trigger and try and get Steele and also.
Well, he didn't do that the day we saw.
No, he didn't. No, but I said after the game, I thought he should try and get higher up the ground. And,
Oh, so they've
watching
listened to you, and now they're doing it.
Well, obviously they listen to what we
idiots.
say, Grub. Looking at the footage last week back, so it's good to see, and Ezard will get more opportunity there, and you should have a three-way cycle as we talked about, with Steele involved in there as well, and then when McIntyre obviously didn't have his best game of the week, he had 41 touches last week. Ollis was in the and Beardsall as well, back from injury, so. Yeah, I think Werribee, as Grubb said, when they play the brand of football, they're saying he's watched them play probably 3 or 4 times. He says that no one can beat them. It's just if they can play that brand of football every week, and it seems like they have been, Grubb, to be honest.
Well, no one goes through undefeated. You're going to have to lose one, and this is one of the games where you could say would be one of them.
Definitely. I think
could be one of them.
I think we do need a good win against East Geelong as well. I mean, they beat Anakie last week. By 37 points, which
they struggled again.
Yeah,
that was a bit like Inverleigh and West. I think that they had them. Anakie were with them until I think halfway through the third quarter, and then it just opened up.
We expect at the start of the year, I'd expect East Geelong to beat Anakie, by 60, 70 points. So it's a little bit worrying, but this will give them all the confidence in the world if they can knock off a team like Werribee hasn't lost the game yet.
Yeah, but at the start of the year, if you look at the fixture, you would say East Geelong versus Werribee at East, you go for East every minute of the day.
Yep, absolutely.
So things obviously do change, but
and then obviously they got to figure out how they're going to shut down. I mean, Culliver, Camilleri, and Robinson, is it? They all over 30 touches. So just
did Robinson over 30? That's not bad for fullback and half back.
Yeah, so it just shows that they've got
Kirk
everywhere.
Played last week. How did he go? Because he's been kicking goals from as well. He's been.
He looked good.
Yep.
But I don't think the scoreboard said he kicked too many goals. He played all right.
Yeah.
Played all right.
Yeah, so they've got some number of options which they can work for as well.
And Camilleri as well, he'd be up there. How old would he be, Grub?
No, he's only
early 20s?
Yeah.
So he'd be one of the rising stars of the competition.
Yeah, well, his old man played VFA footy. He was a very good footballer. The bloke we probably don't mention much is the old bloke, McDonald. He's dangerous for him. He kicked some nice goals last week, and really, when they were kicking not very straight and they were struggling, he's the one that straightened them up, McDonald. He's been around a long time and played a lot of WRFL footy. And he's so important. He played all right when the side's not going that well, but he looks a bit different player when the side is going well. He straightens them up. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
he likes to take a grab too.
He stopped doing that. And I'm spewing on him. I said to him, mate, don't worry about tonight. We haven't got the cameras here. But next time we have you, we need one so I can yell out, big men fly for the Rattley's pie.
And we haven't had one for a couple of weeks
as
well. So
I tell you what,
we look after
we are going to have one. We are going to have one here today, whether we have one or not. There you go.
It's going to be mentioned, so that'll be very interesting to see how we go. I'm looking at some of the players and their size that might take a little bloke to get up there and take that mark.
I think Smith's the go.
You reckon?
Yeah. Smith's the go. He'll take one.
Righto. We'll sit back, we'll watch and see how we go. Righto. North Geelong, they are at home. As I said, the record at this stage of the year, and the injuries are starting to take a little bit of a toll with them, you would think. But they take on Inverleigh. North Geelong probably need to get back on the winners list, and Inverleigh able to get away last week and win. Arch, I'll give you first crack at this one. Where are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, obviously another really good, exciting game as well. Inverleigh 4-2. I wouldn't have picked that at the start of the year. And North Geelong 3-3. I'd probably expect they'd be in a better position as well. So, just having a look at the better players as well from last week. You got Boston Riccardi up there again, so it looks like you've also got you've got Charlie Farrell, which is good to see. He was up there, 25 touches. Oscar Riccardi and Jackson Jules. So good to see them winning a lot of the ball in the middle. You were there, Grub. How did you think the midfield battle played out? With obviously two of the best midfields in the competition.
Yeah, in the end, Werribee Centres won the midfield battle, but around the ground, North played pretty good.
Yeah.
And Werribee played good in patches and so did North. I think they kicked a little bit crooked and left North in the game. And I tell you what, 5 more minutes and North could have won that game.
It was only 9 points or something.
It was 11 points, but they kicked the last 2 or 3.
Yep.
So it was sort of, it's going to be a 5.
Yep.
But they never gave in. And all of a sudden, Werribee found themselves, a few more minutes and they might have nearly got beat. So I was very impressed with North Geelong's form, actually. I thought they played pretty well. Fazio was good. They were all good.
Is it only the one Fazio playing at the moment?
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Yep.
Do you think there was maybe a little bit of, you come off a premiership year and your list just gets, not better? you kind of think it's just going to happen, and the players just sit back, or is it just that they may have come across a couple of more hungrier teams, and they've just been beaten by better football? Do you read anything into that?
You'll see sides like that instead of being the hunter, you be the hunted.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Is that their list at that stage and what they finished with last year wasn't that bad. They haven't had their full list available to themselves. As I said, Tommy Davis, beating the grub, obviously, he came back and played his first game last week, and he'll be an important cog to them. But that gives them the ruck height that they probably haven't had. So you don't need to add a lot to their squad because it's goes all right. So we've seen them early in the season against Bannockburn, and they were pretty impressive that day, the way they played. As I said, the two Riccardi boys, they're pretty smooth movers. They're silky. You've still got guys like Desnoy running around. You've still got the Swinnerson boys running around. So their list is as good as it can be for this level of football. Don't worry about that. The only thing that is, obviously, that other sides are now maybe, I don't know whether you pay them more respect, but they're actually getting in and they're playing better football against them and applying a bit more pressure. So maybe they've just worked them out and they need to change a couple of things up. But I don't reckon Peter Riccardi will let them fall too far from the medal. Now, as I said, I've spoken to Peter a couple of times, and he said, I can't remember which game it was that they played, but he said on the Thursday night's training, you could actually tell that they weren't switched on. And he said it carried right through into Saturday's game, and it must have been just a couple of weeks ago.
And
So
do you think the motivation, as you said, the hunt, hunt comes hunted. Do you think your motivation goes down after you win a flag? Is that why it's so hard to win 2 in a row?
no,
You don't think so?
not from my
Not
point
for
of
you.
view. If you can win one,
Yeah.
and you want to do it again, that's it.
Well, you know how it feels
becomes
like.
infectious, hey?
You know how it feels like.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
especially with the young side. Because they'll be told by every experienced person around the club, they'll be told, you win a grand final, you may never play in another one.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Some never get to play in any.
Yeah. Who'd you go for, Hutch?
North Shore. Oh, yeah, North Shore.
Well, they're a funny side. It's a little bit of a funny comp. But last year, if you remember, they won their first 5 and then lost their next 3 like they've done here.
Yep.
So, yeah, at the moment, they're 3-3. But I just think they're a good enough side to finish in the top 2 or 3 and again, challenge for the premiership.
They lose Miller, though, don't they?
They'll lose Miller. I'll go through that in a minute. Inverleigh, well, they lose Miller. Well, I'll go through it now. They lose Blakey Miller, come down, hurt his leg. I went to the rooms with him and he said at the time, I'm done forever. That's a huge, huge loss. Not just because he's a great bloke to have around the club. He's one of the best blokes I've met in footy, actually, Blakey. And I felt really sorry for him. But it is what it is. With Tommy Davis coming back, all of a sudden, it was at Task, is it?
Yep.
All of a sudden, okay, he can go and play what he does because you've got Davis changed with Miller.
Yep.
Now you haven't.
Yeah.
So you've still got Pass still going to have to play in the ruck. So that's a huge loss. In today's game, Tommy Swinnerson's not playing, and he's as good as anyone going around. Oscar Riccardi's not playing, so that's a bit of a loss. But I think one of the big losses is Benny O'Brien, because I think Benny O'Brien would have probably picked up Mason Dixon, who kicked 7 last week. I think he's second in the goal kicking, and I think he's second anyway. And I think Benny O'Brien's the man for him, and he's not going to be there. So it's at North, which it's got to favour North. But I just look at those outs.
They're key players.
I go to those outs, and I think the edge goes to the Hawks. I do.
Yeah, well, they probably get them in a good opportunity this time because I said that they're very important people to have in your side. So you would think that Inverleigh, as I said, they played some good footy in the end. They did struggle against West, and we know they haven't won a game at this stage. But you can only go out and do what you did, and they did finish this game off. It might be the confidence they need. Not just talking to Dalton Grundle during the week. He's played a game in the seconds last week. I think he's going to play another one this week. And if he gets through, then he's hoping to be back in the seniors the following week. I think that's went up against Werribee next week. So
That's right. But I meant to say too, like you're talking about motivation after winning a grand final. Look, let me have a guess. I reckon there's at least a dozen players today who played in that grand final who are not playing. So if you can go through that for me, Art, somehow, I don't know how you do that.
No worries.
But I reckon it's got to be a dozen, something like that. And that's not lack of motivation. That's just
injury.
Look, a couple of them might be form if there is. I don't know, but I reckon
couple aren't on holidays, are they? Like everyone else seems to be going on.
Well, that's when you talk about Werribee and East. Werribee got East this week in Inverleigh.
And in the box here.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, though. But then they've got 4 or 5 blokes going to a wedding in Italy for 3 weeks. So they're doing it. I think young Gemmell from
Winchelsea?
he's going to Japan.
Do you think, compared to your day, do you think that they didn't do that?
I tell
People
you,
didn't leave during
No.
the season?
if I was coaching and they said that, they wouldn't play another game under the
I can't remember in my time that playing that level, any level of football, that people would actually do that during the season.
No.
You never even got married during the season,
No.
mate. Season. You'd have done an off season or in,
Or in between footy and cricket.
yeah, pretty much.
But I tell you, I reckon some of the biggest enjoymental days and weeks I've had in my life are cricket trips and footy trips. But I tell you what, I missed so many cricket trips because of footy and so many footy trips because of cricket when they crossed over. Because once you commit to play that sport, you commit for the year. You don't nick off and leave your mates in the lurch by going overseas. But I do understand that the world has changed. And that's what it's like today. But no, Archie, it would never, never have happened back in the old day. Never.
Like a wedding takes one day and you're away for 3 weeks holiday.
Yeah,
Like,
well, if you're
well,
going to
no,
go
you
to
make the
Italy, you
most
might
of
as
it.
well stay
Well,
there.
I suppose that's yeah.
You know?
It's a strange thing in the world.
I don't think I
Absolutely
could go to
strange.
eating pizzas and that for 3 weeks, but
Out of that game as well, Cooper Vaughan injured, so he's looking to have an extended period of time on the sidelines as well. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
another
that's
one
that's
well
not good for
from
them either. As I said, like they're not playing the best of football. As I said, Grubb said they were a chance right up until about the last. Well, they came home pretty strongly, but
oh, they could have won it.
yeah. But as I said, when you're losing that quality of player, as I said, it's not your 18th to your 9th, 20th to 21st player. They're all first pick players and key to what they need to be doing and where they want to go to. So. Yeah, look, it's a big task ahead of them, but as I said, I'm after hearing that, I probably would have said North at North, but now I'm switched back the other way. I think Inverleigh have got a great opportunity to beat them.
I was North all week.
Yep.
I think the tips I had to put in for hashtagging up was North.
Yep.
But just when I heard all this, that has changed my view, yeah.
I just hope the information is correct, Grubb, and for Inverleigh and not they're just putting the yarn out there, but they're
Well, I got it texted to me from 2 different people.
yeah, that's a handful of pretty good players that are coming out of that side. Final game before we look at the game here this afternoon is Bellpost Hill and the Belmont Lions, both winners last week, both very impressive. Bellpost Hill, especially after the first 10 minutes, they were very impressive. They kicked 11 goals and then another 10 in the second half as well. So they're up and about. Caleb Basely will read during the week's not too far away. He should be coming back shortly. And I'll be able to give votes again for the Bellpost Hill again.
She's in a moon boot not long ago. I thought he was a while away.
No, we could be. Just reading this thing, he's at least getting on top of it, he reckons. So, and Belmont Lions, as I said, Grubb, 2 weeks ago, beaten by 90-odd points. Last week, turned it round and beat Bannockburn at Bannockburn, which they wouldn't have done that often. So they have found a formula that works out there. This will be a very interesting contest. And your thoughts on this one, Grubb?
I've got absolutely no idea. How can the hell can you judge 2 sides like this the way they've gone? Probably if you look on form, Bellpost Hill have been more consistent. I think you've got to look at that trouncing they got at home a couple of weeks ago and just absolutely put it out of your mind and say, it was just one of those things. A side got a run on. We didn't handle it well. And it went from 2 or 3 goals at half time and they just weren't in it. Let's forget all about that because their form before that was pretty good. And they go out. So I think, well, all right, we're going to have to tip Bannockburn to beat Belmont after that trouncing. And they beat them by 23 points and played some really good footy by all accounts. So I just don't know which Belmont you're going to come and see play today. Bellpost Hill, look, the 2 games we saw them were Anakie and Winch, and I honestly believe both of their oppositions didn't play anywhere near their best. Now, whether that's Bellpost Hill making them do that, which is partly, or whether they just had off days, but when they did play Werribee, they looked out of their depth, Bellpost Hill. So, and obviously Belmont, this is so hard to pick. You go back to home ground advantage. Is that enough? And I think
The matchup between these two sides, generally Bellpost Hill have had the wood, I would have thought, on
Yes.
them over the years.
yes, well, their best players like Hand. We've got 4 really good callers out of Handley. We've seen him play a couple of games and play a couple of good arms, but he really give it to him for the 4 quarters. You know, Carter, Yates, all the usual suspects. But Slorak, I don't know if he's been playing a lot of the games, but he's a very good player, and he was one of their best, Gunther and Butler. But one of the things they did, so they kicked 12 goals for the game. They had 11 goal kickers. So that tells me that there's no longer great pressure on Ben Evans to kick 6 and 7 when everybody around him is kicking goals, playing team footy. Really, really hard. I'm going to go for home ground advantage, and I'm buggered if I know why, because I just don't know.
I'm going to go the
Just
same.
before Belpo still, just before you go, Arch,
Yep.
Belpo still, Grub just mentioned that Belmont Lions had 11 goal kickers. Belpo still had 12 goal kickers last week. So they've also got a good spread of goal kickers.
Definitely. One thing I was going to say to Grub as well is Sam Jones is playing his first game of the year in the seniors for Belmont today.
He's back, Sam. I thought he went up the bush.
He's playing seniors. He's named in the
good
ones
on him.
today. So he's only played one game last year and a few the year before that. So obviously he's got some good form.
Has he played any in the twos?
Yeah, he played 6 games in the twos this year. So every game.
So he's played. So
Yeah.
all right. All I do is if they don't play that many games, I worry about his hammies. That's all I'm saying.
He's kicked out 15 goals in the seconds this year. So he's got some good form. Coming up playing the first. He's a lovely human as well, Sam Jones. So
He is.
So it's good to see him. But yeah, I agree, Grub. It's very tough to pick this game on the form lines. You look at 4-2 and 4-2. I'm going to go out with the way that I've seen Belpost play at Myers Reserve twice. I reckon that they're going to get the job done. But it'll be interesting to see what you have to say about this as well, Smithy.
Yes, it's interesting. That, as I said, I think Belpost Hill for me will be winners out there only because of their home ground advantage. And the game here this afternoon, as we said, it is Anakie. They take on Thomson. And Anakie boys are out in the ground. Still no Dalhouse in this side. And Oscar Barter doesn't seem to be mentioned as well. So they are missing a couple. And we know Thomson have got quite a few players missing out of their side, Arch. So obviously missing, as I said, permanently gone, and some not injured and maybe coming back shortly. But they're both up against it. They probably need to keep a win here this afternoon just to generate a bit of enthusiasm around the club.
Definitely. Well, I think it's great. I think it's a great pick for match of the round. Obviously, both teams, you kind of sit 9 and 10th, I think they are, but they're sitting right around, both in 2 and 4, and they'll go 3 and 4, and then they'll be back with a pack after that. And both only beating Corio and Geelong West as well, who we expect to be down the bottom. So we'll kind of determine who's going to be more in that middle pack and who's going to be towards the bottom of the ladder. Thomson have a heap of new names in there that we haven't seen this year. Look at Blair, Smith, Dixon, Vicente. You go down Rocco Tools, new Noah Hannessy, Cooper Judd, Pertle, Ryan, Sword, Newling. So these are all names we haven't seen before. So, and a lot of them from other clubs, but some of them also coming up. I mean, look at Cooper Lynch, Paul's young kid. He's come up from the reserves, and same as a couple of other names as well. So, it'll be really interesting. Obviously, Anakie is still missing Nick Howe, who's their big recruit over the off season. He's still a couple of weeks away with a injured hand. He did that at work Friday before the first game. So he was going to be one of their tools they were going to use to replace Bosley and his 70-odd goals. So I think it's a really good matchup today. And I think Thomson are going to have a lot more use. I think they're going to try and run and carry the ball. I think they're going to try and tag Josh Mawson, who's been one of the best players in the comp this year. Just the stats here, he's averaging over 30 disposals, 1 goal a game, 7 clearances, and 10 scoring involvements, which is the most out of anyone in the competition. So I think if Thomson can nullify his impact on the game, will go a long way. And also with Anakie on Dev Smith as well. So I'm going to go for Thomson, unsurprisingly, but I think it's going to be a cracking game.
From either side without a ruckman here, so it's going to be interesting to see
who
they start. And
I'll tell you the other interesting thing. He does a lot of research on Thomson and not the other clubs this mongrel, doesn't he? Hey, he knows everything about it. He spoke like Peter Landy, Mike Williamson, and Brian Taylor all in one. He just had it all there. He must have been concentrating on that all week.
Information guru.
But what did Jordan Cam kick about 9 last week?
9, I think.
9-6.
Well, Mitchell said 9-6, so someone else said 9-9. So he will start in the ruck, you would think. And
he's full forward, so they've been playing Caleb Eden has been starting ruck.
So he will, yeah.
Okay.
And you got the other bloke too who's kicked a few goals early. Davis has gone forward. He's playing pretty good footy. And they're experienced players. And the other experienced player who's actually having the season of his life is Sammy Jack is having a great year. And Is he still captain or not? I don't know.
No, the captain, the reign's been handed over to Jordan Camp.
Well, it might have been better for him to give the captaincy away, but remember when he played interleague footy and had those good years? Well, he's having as good a year as he's ever had, and that's great to see because he's a terrific bloke too. Out here at Anakie, we watched the practice match. We watched Francesi Fulton, and I've got to admit, I watched him because of his Donna's kid, and I thought, oh, he's just a player. But maybe he'll get better. Well, he's got better and better. He's kicked 4 last week and a few the week before. Good pair of hands, good kick. So he'll be one of the ones to watch today. Another player that was reasonable that day has got better each week is young Nathan McDonald, Scotty McDonald's young fella. He's got better and better every week. We know what Jesse Watson's like. We know what Brad Gerard's like. We know we need to have other players come into the game so it's not just resting on those 2 elite players. And for them to win today, they both have to play some pretty good football. The big fella Moylan in the ruck, look, he really struggled the last time we saw him play in the ruck. But he hasn't got Brock Carter to contend with today, and it'll make it just a little bit easier for him, hopefully. Look, Jake Mawson could have played his best on the ground last night in the thirds. What a magnificent effort, Jakey. No Oscar Barter, huge loss. I don't care about your haws or your howls or whatever they are, right? He's the bloke, if you can find a ruckman, that would cover Bosley down here and kick a lot of goals. Well, he can't do anything when he's not playing with a calf injury, and they badly need him.
Mitch Gavin kicked 3 last week. He's not lifted
He's
either.
pulled out too, so Mitchy Gavin's not playing, and probably would have started down back.
Yep.
You would have thought. And when he does his job down there, he'll go and show the forwards how to do it. Mitch, he's a great player. Going to miss him bad. I like the little fella coming off the half back flank, named Jeremy Sim. I love watching him. He's a good kid. Never stops trying. They lost to East by 34, which is not a bad effort. Thomson beat Corio by 25, which is not a bad effort. Again, I'm going to go home ground. I'm going to go Anakie, but this could go either way.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where this game ends. As I said, both sides. Anakie, as I said, up until probably halfway through the third quarter last week, were pretty good against East Geelong, and that's no mean feat considering the players they had out. So they're going to be able to, as I said, not get a couple back, but they've lost more. So it's going to be a pressure on them. Gerard, as I said, an important player to this side, and we know that his value will be important through the middle of the ground. So, look, we're going to take a short break before we get this game underway.
Hang on, sorry, before you go.
Yep.
Devon Smith's playing.
He is Devon Smith.
He could make a huge difference.
Yep. He played last week.
Yeah, but we couldn't see him warm up. So me and Smithy were having a look for him. And
Well, he was here a little bit late, I know that.
Yeah, so
he did wander
probably
out.
doesn't have to warm up.
If his dad's name's Wayne, I played against him in juniors. He was the best player in the comp. His old man, he was a terrific player.
Played with?
Altona City.
Okay.
Oh, he was a gun, mate. Don't worry about that. I mean, I remember him, but I don't think he'll remember me.
Right, we're going to take a short break. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Next.
bit of an action here this afternoon from a semi-trailers ovals. We said Anakie are going to be kicking to the Geelong end. We'll call it the Geelong end. And obviously Thomson going the other way. So it's I'm not too sure on the directions around this way, east, northwest, and
What's the other way called?
hey?
Bush.
Yeah, bush end, yeah, probably.
Kangaroo Park.
Township end or something like that. Maybe there's a shop down there somewhere.
Town out there.
There's a shop down that way. They're all now with players moving to their benches. As we said, it will be interesting to see who starts in the ruck for either side.
So Caleb Eden is heading towards the centre circle for Thomson.
Only a young bloke, is he?
Yep. He did, 23, 24 in the midfield. You also got,
Did he break his arm or something a couple of years ago?
I reckon. In the midfield, you also got Cooper Giardi's gone straight to Mawson. He's going to be a tagging role. You got Jed Hennessy there playing Gerard and Dev Smith in the middle as well.
Don't worry about the tagging. Just wait for them later, I reckon. Just go and play football.
And Moylan is going to be doing the ruck work for Anakie to start the game. So
Told you that 5 minutes.
that's what I'm saying. That's okay, Grub. That's good. We just have to confirm it now. They're the ones that are in the middle. So it's going to be interesting. Gerard, as we know, is in there also.
Adam Jones to start the game.
So ball now with the umpire, and we are underway. Thrown in the air, and both ruck when they go at it, though. Moylan up over the top, gets the ball down, goes to the half-forward line. Picked up out there for Anakie. They go quickly into their forward line. Redoute led in the race for the ball, but slipped over. Some good work there from the Thomson defence. Kick didn't come too clearly off the boot. It's going to be still in the half-forward area. There was a player tackled without the ball. And it might have been Maxi Bella that was getting up, but he wasn't awarded any free kick. Umpire said, I'm just going to throw it back up again. So they do that from the half-forward line again. Ruckman tapped the ball back towards the boundary line and over, and it's going to be a throw-in which will take place. I was going to say I can call off that, but it's a bit delayed, so we might just have to watch what we've got here. So again, umpire throws ball back into the field of play. Moylan, a little hand over the back. Thomson through Ryan, have the ball. Again, a strong tackle laid straight away out there. That was McLaughlin that did the tackling.
Definitely
He was quite good in a pre-season game here a couple of weeks when we saw them. So actually that was 7 weeks ago now. Time flies when you're having fun. Again, picked up, cleared quickly into their half-forward line. Anakie again with some numbers around the contest. Picked up this time again. This time Alessi goes back towards goal. It goes through the hands of his teammate of Franceschi Fulton, and it's going to be a first score of the afternoon, and it will be a minor score. Anakie are on the board.
How the hell did he drop that?
Not too sure. It's a bit like watching last night's AFL game, Grub.
He must have lost sight of it. He's been marking everything, this kid.
So we're going to be kicking in now from fullback. Sammy Jacker, I would think, would do the duty. Usually normally a long kick of the football, and that's what he's done. He's dribbled the ball out almost towards centre wing. The umpire's given a whistle, and it's been going to Anakie. Player out there is going to be Harms, and he's going to put Anakie back into attack once again. Goes into their half-forward line. Kick wasn't great. Mark has been taken by Thomson. They're going to turn things around here from the half-back line. Hennessy out there, is it? It is. And he goes sideways with the ball. Back to Jacker underneath the scoreboard. A short kick around the boundary line, so they continue to move the ball. They got towards between centre wing and their half-back line. Now they kick over centre wing. Again, numbers this time are with Anakie. Going to be, thought it was going to be cleared away. They lost possession of the ball, and again, the umpire's come in, and he's going to ask for it back. So just on 2.5 minutes in this Buckley's Entertainment first quarter, it is Anakie 1 behind, Thomson yet to score.
So between true centre wing and half forward, ball is up. Now it hits the deck. The players jump on top of it. We're going to go again.
Got a little secret for you. The umpires today are all wide for sound with comms between each other to help each other along the way.
Nice. So ball comes down. Mawson there. Judd is closely next to him. We'll have another stoppage in between true centre wing and half forward for Thomson.
Adam Jones is the number one umpire, and he will help the young fellas as they go along.
So in the ruck now, Eden gets the tap over the top. Hennessy lays the tackle and we'll have another stoppage.
I meant to say this before the game. It was a little bit, I had a good chat to Jones. I'll keep going later.
So Eden down again. He's looked good in a ruck early. Hennessy there as well. Couldn't get the hands out. Eden goes to lay the tackle. Now it comes out. Jasper Blair was caught high. But they're going to go the first free kick anyway. The ball is in Caleb Eden's hand. He's going to give the handball off. They're going to go inside forward 50. Dev Smith it was who put it there. Now going flying. Sim stands under it. Mark wasn't paid. Umpire says play on. Now the pack of players that form. We might have a stoppage, and we do. About 45 metres from the Thomson goal.
I don't know if you know, Arch. You know why it wasn't paid?
He dropped
Because he bloody dropped it.
So ball down. Cam ran the ruck on that occasion. Then Mawson had his first touch and he's gone holding the ball. So an early win for Cooper Judd. He's going to move the ball quickly into the pocket. A little bit too much on the kick. Trying to find Hennessy in the pocket. He couldn't find him. Also there for Thompson is Blair. They might have a flying shot at goal. They keep the ball in. Now Anakie got to defend gallantly. Involved there was Roberts. They find a target on the outside. This is Hoffman. Hoffman's going to move quickly down the middle of the ground. It's a good one. Now they're going to go quickly. It's a one-on-one deep. Running back to goal for Thompson is Pertul and Francesi Fulton for Anakie. Is he going to kick the goal? He gets it to Pertul and kicks the first of the day.
Wow.
1-1-7 Anakie to no skill at Thompson. We have gone 5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckers Entertainment.
One into the other. No Anakie, no Thompson bloke touched it. The first contender for the Kempy Engineering read the play. Play of the day. And let me tell you this. He's a solid boy, young Francesi Fulton. And as he went to run for that ball, well, he's going to get outrun. He ran like gout. He got more pace than I thought, and he ran away and kicked a magnificent goal for the Anakie Footy Club to open their account. That's brilliant football.
Back with umpire in the middle of the ground once again. Moylan doing the ruck work, and Eden's still in there. The replacements might be interesting as the game goes forward. Picked up out there by Judd, got the handball outside. That went up to Mawson this time. His handball was put astray. Della came through. He was gets the ball back now. Back to Judd, back to Hennessy, and Hennessy now kicks the ball into their half-forward line. Coming out to meet the ball. Picked up by Sim. Going to turn things around. That's nice work. Goes inside there from Goodwin. Got the handball back to Sim. A look-away handball. I'm not too sure where he was actually going back to Goodwin maybe, but it missed the target. Player there is Blair, jumps on top of the ball. And it's going to be a... that's not my phone, mate. That's a siren. Ball's going out wide now, goes outside to Davis. Davis picks the ball up, got the handball outside to his teammate, missed that target. Going to end up in the hands of Rhodes now, and Rhodes is delivering the ball backwards. Kick goes into there towards centre wing. Mark not taken again. So both sides are missing targets, but there's a high tackle awarded. And free kick going to Thompson, far side of the ground. Is that Blair again? Goes on the left boot in towards centre half forward. Judd was up, couldn't finish the mark. Hoffman's there at ground level. He's over the top of it, needs to clear it out from under him. Sits over the top. Umpire says, how we see it? No, it came out. He said there's going to be a ball up which will take place.
See, with two young umpires, Jones will say, come back, go forward. This is going to work, I reckon.
So now the ball into the hands of Gerard. Kicks the ball up to the half-forward line. Redoubt out in front. Didn't take the mark. It's got to be his teammate and Idle. He got the ball out, goes back to Redoubt. He gained on his right boot, goes back into their half-forward line. Coming up to the mark is taken. Thompson will relieve some pressure. Looking to go back across the ground now. Kick was okay. Jacker can get it and run and does so. Short kick going forward. Didn't hit the target, which is unusual for Semi-Jacker. Now Hoffman nicely again on hands and knees. Gets the ball out to McLaughlin. Now the ball is with Roberts from the half-back line. He handballs back inside to his teammate there and goes towards the half-forward line again. That's good work. They keep the ball alive. And another opportunity here for Francis Fulton. Handballs over the top and into the hands of Alessi. He runs into goal and he goes bang. He's got his first. Anakie there second. They are 2-1. Thompson yet to score. We have gone almost 8 minutes in this first quarter.
And good football from back here on the half-back flank wing area where I don't know if we got, I think it might have been Harms who got that first handball out, the big thick-set fella. And again, Thompson weren't able to hardly touch the ball when it went all the way down. So they've got to probably put someone in there. They've got to have to stop Anakie from doing that. Otherwise, Anakie will just kick too many goals. You've got to put someone in the middle there. There's already a bit of hurly-burly on what's his name? Brad Gerard. There's 2 or 3 of them going to him.
So ball up in the middle now. Eden gets it down. Dev Smith couldn't quite gather it now. Here's Gerard. He sends Anakie inside the forward 50, but Rocco O'Toole, ever so solid, takes the mark across half back. He's going to go short. trying to find his teammate.
Not
and
good.
Intercept couldn't quite. He's got to go back and get it. Now an opportunity. Swinging back on the foot, might have been Hoffman now coming through. Eden, quick hands. It was too quick on that occasion, though. Thompson still under a lot of pressure here. Couldn't get the ball out. Was sore, and we'll have a stoppage. 50 metres out from Anakie's goal. Thompson seeming under pressure, all sorts of pressure when they get the ball early on in this one. Ball up again now, bobbling out. Another opportunity. Vicente got the kick towards the wing. It looks like Anakie, though. Gerard's going to gather it and then handball back. Harms is going to go inside the forward 50. Can they take a mark? Mawson, one go. Then Judd made sure he brought the ball to ground. And there is a whistle. It's a good tackle in the end. We'll have a stoppage.
Haven't seen much of him, but he looks like a pretty good player, young Harms.
All up again now. Hidden in the ruck there as well. Blair, Judd there as well. He couldn't cover the ball. Lynch, it was the first time I called his name today. He gets pushed out of the contest. We'll have another stoppage. Right, hugged up right against the boundary. 50 metres from the Anakie goal. So we're up again now. Neither ruckman won that tap out. Blair was taken without it. Judd got the handball forward. Then Antisev, he kicks to a big pack of players. Hennessy did well to bring the ball to ground. Harms now gathers the ball. He looks back inside. He might have been out of bounds, and he was. It was a good call from the boundary umpire on that occasion. Well, he had the perfect view, better view than we did.
No, he didn't have a better view than me.
Oh,
He went out. I'm not 100% sure the ball went out. I'm not 100% sure.
good confidence from the young boundary umpire on that occasion.
It's good confidence, but you got to get it right. And he may have, but I doubt it.
So, true centre wing now. Ball back in. Eden waits for the ball to come. And Mawson, what a clearance that is. Now he's going to extend Anakie inside the forward 50. Big fly. Ball hits the deck now. Pertul was hot there as well. So is Rocco O'Toole. Now Anakie gather the ball. Opportunity for Ridout. He can turn his player inside out. Ball hits the deck now. Thompson are going to see the ball out, but it looks like it's coming back. All Anakie on the far side. Fitzpatrick has the ball. He's going to send Anakie inside the forward 50. Also, there was McLaughlin of the Oliver variety. And the ball ends up over the boundary line, so we'll have a stoppage 35 metres out from the Anakie goal. So 2-1-13. It's no score, Thompson. We've gone 10.5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment.
Ball will be thrown in the forward pocket now. Ruckman at it again. Moreland, Eden there. Ball from the contest back to the front. Picked up out there. I think that was Blair. Got the handball outside. Tackle was laid. Umpire says it's going to come back. And there's going to be a ball up forward pocket. Similar area to where that throw-in did take place. Umpire quickly with that ball in the air. Eden this time gets the ball back towards the boundary line. Hoffman led in the race for the ball. Let his teammate come through, but he was forced over the boundary line, so another throw-in will take place once again. A little bit further out this time. Waiting for that ball now. In comes Eden. Again, back to the front of the contest. Now, there's a player being held there. Franceschi Fulton, I think it was, that's got the free kick. And he can go back and look at his second goal. Well within range. Has been prominent the last couple of weeks, kicking his 3 and 4. He's going to start well today if he can put this straight through the middle.
I think it's Hoffman, maybe.
Nah.
So the ball is kicked in and the mark has been taken. Heck, you might be right there. It might be Hoffman. Yeah. This is Franceschi Fulton. He goes round on the left foot and swings it. Does he swing it enough? Gwenda says yes, he has, and it's 3 for a goal. It's the second of the afternoon and the third for Anakie. They are 3-1. Thompson yet to score. We have gone almost 12 minutes in this first quarter.
She won't get it wrong. Well, you should know. You went to school with her, Gwenda. She's having her 70th birthday. Let me say one thing. You say, all right, we're going to tag Josh Mawson, right? It's a bit fraught with danger, and I'll tell you why, because we haven't got any real taggers. Who was that bloke, the real mongrel tagger from Fremantle that used to tag everybody?
Crowley.
Crowley. Never watched the footy in his life, right? Now, here, you watch these blokes. They'll watch the footy, right? If you're going to tag Mawson, you've got to watch Mawson. You saw how he ran out the pack because his opponent was watching the footy. Don't watch the footy.
So ball up again. Eden sees it down, and here he is on cue. Josh Mawson, forward handball. That was well done on that occasion to Alessi, and then got the ball back. Good tackle from Lynch, though. Gerard links up on the outer side. Now they've got some time and space here, Anakie. A bit of an up and under kick it was from Matty McLaughlin. Trying to find his teammate in Francesi Fulton. He couldn't quite. Now also there was Ollie McLaughlin, and he is caught hold of the ball. It was a good tackle. Thompson going to take the advantage through Jack, and they're going to go to true centre wing. Ball hits the deck again. That was McLaughlin. He has the ball out. They're going to use time and space. Go forward. Opportunity. Redoubt didn't fly. Thompson did. Ball hits the deck. Alessi there as well. Now the ball ping-ponging around. Blair sees it forward, and well set up. Is Anakie again in the centre of the ground. They're going to go forward. Not their best kick. And Maxi Della is going to have his first real look today. He's going to play on quickly, go short and find the captain in Jordan Cam. So Jordan Cam in between halfback and in the centre of the ground. He's going to go forward, trying to find Davis over the top. He does well to trap the ball. Then coming out, Hennessy laid the tackle. Umpire says play on. There's Ryan. Then Della loses his footing. Gives it to Smith. Here's Dev Smith from 50. He has a ping. Is this Thompson's first goal? No, Gerard tracking back. Takes the mark in the goal square. On the last line. So Gerard, short kick to the pocket. Wasn't his best. Umpire says play on. It might have hit the deck. And they're out here. They can take this mark. Matty McLaughlin. The ball gets away from him. Now Cam's going to beat him on a one-on-one. Genuine one-on-one. Far side of the wing, and the umpire says, give it to me, no prior opportunity, so we'll have a stoppage.
Riley Van Dyke. You know much about him?
Who?
Riley Van Dyke. Did I get that right or not? Number 3.
Riley Van Dyke, yes, you're right.
I'm going to speak about him in a minute.
So Eden gets the ball down and gets his own clearance. He did really well on that occasion. Gets the handball out to Hennessy. Hennessy got the clearance, and then Antisev there as well. He couldn't get the ball. Van Dyke came through. Pertl tracking back now. Gets the handball to Lynch. Lynch was tackled without it. Should have got the free kick. Umpire said play on. Gerard has the ball now. It's a good kick, and the path threw it out. He dropped it. You've got to be taking those. Kick forward now, and Thompson going to take the mark. True centre wing far side. They're going to go in the middle of the ground. Della takes the ball. So Maxi Della has the ball near the centre of the ground. He's going to send Thompson inside the forward 50. Here comes Davis. Crashes the pack. Ball hits the deck. Umpire says play on. Now a good handball out. Harms has it for Anakie. He's going to kick up towards Redoubt again, and he takes the mark this time. So Redoubt into the centre, trying to find Hoffman. Hoffman gets rid of one. Now he's going to send Anakie inside the forward 50 again. Mawson's got out the back, but Judd with a good hand in. Now Judd first. Mawson, who's going to win this one? Great tackle from Judd. Ball hits the deck. Still an opportunity for Anakie through McLaughlin, and the ball ends up over the boundary line. So 3-1-19 to no score, Thompson. We have gone 16 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment.
So Moreland pushes down now to do the ruck work. Eden also there. We'll see this a fair bit during the afternoon. Thrown back in by the umpire. Moreland front position. Goes back to there. Picked up, cleared away. Thompson go back towards centre wing. Sim comes up at the ball for Anakie and takes a mark. Transfers play across the ground. Has Fitzpatrick in some space by himself. Again, they move it a little bit further across the ground. Kick wasn't great. Got over the back. Della was there. Has time to now steady. Sammy Jack has done an injury there to an ankle, I reckon. Goes forward to Davis. Had one go, two goes. Couldn't get the third and finish it off, but Sim does. Picks the ball up. Transfers play outside. Finds his teammate out there and Scary. And again, their skills have been okay. They've been able to transfer to McLaughlin on centre wing, and he goes back towards the half-forward line. Eden got a hand of the ball, sees it over, and we'll have a throw-in which will take place. It's a little bit slow getting up there, Sammy Jacker.
He was. Young Riley Van Dyke, obviously it's through Jake Mawson. They know they're going to tag Jesse. As soon as he got the ball twice, what is he? Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke.
Yep.
He puts his body and bumps Shepherds and gives the break. So good football.
So the ball now from that ruck contest goes forward, but again, it's not going to be cleared away. Thompson now picked the ball up, hands out, go out. Dixon has it and goes back towards centre wing, tacking the ball strong was McLaughlin. Got a handball outside of Fitzpatrick. He's got a teammate back, and that is Scary. Got the handball back towards centre wing. And again, this time through Sim, they use the ball to Gerard, and he will take the mark on true centre wing, far side of the ground. So that's a good chain of handballs to get themselves out of trouble. But this is the important one now going forward. The handball comes up over the top, went to Moreland, got the handball out, the backward out, puts his teammate under pressure. But it's going to go back to Gerard. He's going to start things once again. Quick kick going forward.
That's better.
And that's a better use because it found Alessi in some space by himself. Goes towards centre half forward. Franceschi Fulton's there. Didn't take the mark out the back. The ball is kept alive. Thomson with some work to do here. Pacente here was tackled, brought to ground, but again, some pressure from behind. And the umpire said that he has had opportunity. Didn't release it quick enough. Free kick goes to Hennessy, I reckon this is. And he's going to transfer play towards centre wing. Up, mark not taken there. Ball comes out. Handball's back inside. Went towards Blair. Traps it. Got through the contest. Goes to Cam. He needs to get up onto his feet. He did so. Got the handball back to Della. Della needs to also get rid of it. The handball goes out inside. Finds Hennessy. A little bit of pressure there, but he's able to give it to Smith. His handball was intercepted. Goes back to Della, ran to his teammate. Ball now smothered. Gerard after it. Kept the ball alive, tapped it wide, and outside the ball was picked up there by Dev Smith nice and clean. And got a handball out, freed up a teammate, but they can't get a clear passage at it. And umpire now is going to always ask to keep going there. Little boot to ball. Wasn't great, but it's got 5 or 6 metres down the ground. This time the umpire will come in and take possession of it because there's a lot of players around that contest. Centre wing. 3-1-19 to Anakie. Thomson are yet to score. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Ball down now. It was quick hands from Thomson. On that occasion, it was Ryan. They're going to go inside forward 50 here. Opportunity, but well judged in the air from Harms. So Harms for Anakie. It's going to look for the switch. Couple on McFadden trying to chase this player down in Rhodes. He couldn't quite get there. Rhodes has the ball now. Looks to the middle, trying to get around Blair. 2 number ones going at it. Blair nearly had him, but Rhodes gets away. Now he kicks out wide. It's a beautiful kick. Here's Mawson. Just got out in front of Judd on that occasion. Mawson looks up, kicks towards the boundary line. Another 1-on-1. That should be off his foot. I reckon it was. So they're going to go signal the lasso. It's a boundary umpire's call. It definitely came off his foot. I'll see what they have to say. Dixon has the ball. They're big recruits from Torquay in the offside. As he goes down the line, looking for Judd. Judd blinds. Morse couldn't get it. Then Sim. With an up and under kick. Someone's going to get under that. Dixon with the big fist. Rhodes coming at it now. He couldn't gather the ball. Now it was definitely out of bounds.
That one was.
And the boundary umpire saw it. So he'll have a stoppage in between the two interchange benches.
So if it actually comes off your foot accidentally,
yeah,
how ridiculous is that? Surely you've got to play at it and make it a possession to go over. That's ridiculous.
If a football or a handball, grub it's out. If it's a
but even if it's accidental.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Ball down now. Blair has it. He goes around the corner. Hannessy's there and Cam. Ball comes to the ground. There's Noah Hennessy, gives a handball off. Opportunity for Thomson here. Rocco O'Toole just pulls the kick and kicks
back
it
to the back line.
The first score of Thomson for the day. 3-1-19. Anakie, it's 1 behind Thomson. We have gone 21 minutes in this first quarter. Brought to you by Buckley's Entertainment.
So ball kicked in from the full back position. They go straight up the ground. Marcus taken out there. And it looks like Roberts now. He transfers play far side of the ground. McLaughlin's out there. And he will take the mark, defensive side of centre wing. He'll come back inside, and that's what he intends to do. Goes looking for a Lessie. Mark goes through his hands. Picked up out there by Smith. Got the handball further down the field. Roberts came through once again. Picked the ball up. Went out the back. Used his teammate out there in Ibel. And he goes into their half-forward line kick. Was okay, because it's got Tui's man. A little bit short of, but Van Dyke kicked round the body. Hands it off now to Robinson. Looks up at goal. That looks good off the boot. And they have their fourth. They are 4-1 Anakie. And Thomson are 1 straight behind. Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We have gone 22 minutes.
You have to be a little bit worried when Thomson kick a point and the Thomson players do nothing. Anakie go 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. No one goes with them. They don't set up defensively at all. So they come out and they go to that. Then they go to that bloke. Then they go to that bloke. And there's nobody on them. I don't care what today's footy's like. When there's a point kick, you've got to set yourself up in a defensive position. And they did nothing to do that. And that's what made it so easy for Anakie to kick that goal.
So ball up now. Eden gets the ball down the path to Mawson. Judd right on his hammer and he tackles him. Exactly right, Grub. It's a little bit too easy for Anakie out of the fence at the moment. So up again now, Eden, who's done pretty well in this first quarter. Gets the ball to space. Going to win his own clearance, try and get out to McFadden, then kicks it off the deck. Rocco O'Toole has some space if he can gather this. He's got Harms to contend with. Rocco O'Toole gathers the ball now, trying to get away from him, wins the high. Contact free kick. He's going to play on, go inside the forward 50. Here's Cam. Takes the mark. Great kick from Rocco O'Toole into the path that Geordie Cam comes out and takes it on his chest, and he'll have an opportunity to kick Thompson's first goal of the day. It's badly needed, Grub.
More than the opportunity, he's got to go back and kick it. And I tell you what, with that last one, that sort of stuff, that planning up and things, that's what Lynch prides himself on. So he'd be standing over there being so frustrated that they're actually, at this point in the game, not doing what he wants them to do.
Geordie Cam from 45 metres.
Oh.
So far this year, and that's not going to be one of them. And it was dropped in the goal square. Good tackle, though. How's the umpire going to see it? He says play on. Now a kick out of the pack towards goal.
Missed it.
Just to the near side, and that was Rocco O'Toole again. So,
hey, hang on, is that Bell as well?
So they're going to go.
Both ends.
They're going to go quickly.
No.
Towards the pocket. It's 2 behind to 4-1-25. We have gone 24 minutes, so too much longer to go in this one. Down the line now. Opportunity. Judd's come off his man. If it gets out the back, watch out. Here is Judd. He did that really well, but he lost the ball and then sends it inside the forward 50. Blair now, handball to Eden. Over the top. Hennessy from 45. Could he kick the goal? Jed Hennessy, yes!
I reckon he has this time.
They needed that, Thompson. Hennessy kicks his first. 4-1-25 to 1 goal, 2-8. We have gone 24 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Buckers Entertainment.
And that's exactly what they didn't do after that first point. After the next point and it coming out, they did man up defensively and they kept the ball in their 50 or just outside it. And as we say every week, if you keep it in there, eventually the opportunity will come, and it did, and it puts them on the board. 3 goals down, they kick another one, and the quarter's not lost. Matter of fact, they almost draw even.
Back with umpires in the middle, ball thrown up this time. Moylan gets the ball down, doesn't go too far from the centre circle. Eden picked the ball up, wanted to get the handball to his teammate. Moylan went back, collected it, got a kick forward. The mark has been taken, so opportunity here again, this time through. Robinson goes into their forward line. Kick wasn't great coming out, and the mark has been taken. Thompson in defence. So they've got the ball inside their defensive end. Options across the ground, but he decides to go to wing, far side of the ground here. Goodwin read that nicely and takes the mark there just underneath the ball. Comes back inside to Gerard, and Gerard now in some space. Can go now and run and carry. Kicks the ball into their forward line. Usually a good kick of the football. Ball gets through the hands. It's going to be Pesante that gets the handball back outside. Hennessy goes back further afield into the hands of Pirtle. Goes towards the half forward line or half back line. Picked up Moylan, tackled, brought to ground. Umpire said.
Too high.
Was it? And a free kick will go to Anakie. So right on forward 50 now. Probably too far out for him to score. Goes towards the goal square.
That's a mark of the
comes
day.
out, and that is a good, solid grab there coming out from full forward. And he can go back and from this position, kick his third of the quarter and the 5th for Anakie.
Probably had me opportunity then, didn't I?
Yep. So, Franceschi Fulton, as I said, he's looking at his third early or in this game. And from about 20 metres out, almost directly in front.
Boy, has he come along in leaps and bounds since we saw him against Sunshine Heights here in a practice match.
They did tell us that day.
Yes,
that it was one to watch.
We didn't listen, Smithy.
No, well, not well enough anyway.
Yeah, we should have.
So he steps in now, kicks that goal. Umpire says that is okay. He has got his third and the 5th for Anakie.
And the
siren has sounded. So that quarter time will be Anakie 5-1. They lead Thompson on 1 goal, 2. Goal kickers, as we said, Franceschi Fulton has got 3. 1 to Robinson, 1 to Alessi, and Jed Hennessy, the single goal kicker for Thompson. Take a short break, come back. Second quarter not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of football. Leading Thomson at 1-2-8. Scores from around the grounds. Corio 23, trail Bannockburn 24, so close there. Haven't got a score through from the Giants of Winchelsea at this stage. East Geelong 21, Werribee 23, North Geelong 6, Inverleigh yet to score, and Bellpost Hill 21 lead Belmont Lions 1, and that will be the only one we're waiting on really to come through is Giants versus Winch. I don't think that's a delayed game or anything, is it? It's not a night game?
No, it's not. I've actually got a score from early on, and it's 2-2-14 West, 1-1-7 Winch. Lima's got the shutdown rule on roll on Gould. Frangos is back, and Mitchell playing well in the middle, and Daniel Pollard goal sees West up by 7. So, Alex, if you're listening, mate, I'm not even texting him. If we can't get the scores, that's where Alex is, so we'll get them from him.
Oh, that's all right. So that'll keep us up to date. So, Grub, how did you see the first quarter here this afternoon?
Well, I'll tell you what, I gave Anakie the edge, but I didn't give him the edge by 4 goals. And I thought it was just about all Anakie. As I look through the Thomson players, and you try and find some really good players in that quarter, and it's so hard to do. I think Hennessy got it a couple of times. Smith, when he got it, looked good. Rochow O'Toole was okay. He came up forward. Jack had done his bit. He got hurt. He looks like Maxi Della might be off the hospital with concussion, so we'll see. He'll take no more part in the game, you would think. But when you go through the Anakie side, look, he didn't get a lot of kicks, but I really like that Riley Van Dyke. You know, when you get a tag to your best player like Mawson, he needs protection, and that's exactly what he's given him twice with good hard shepherds, fair bumps. And I tell you, that helped Mawson on his merry way. I did, as they went out to the Thompson, I saw Jacko McLeod walk out there before. Gee, they could do with him out there now, couldn't they? Because they really need him. But, you know, obviously he's had a great career and he's done. Going back through the Anakie side, Francesi, what do you get, 3 straight?
Yep.
In a quarter? That's the thing where a lot of full forwards that we've seen this year have kicked 1, 4, 2, 3. If he gets 7 kicks for the game, the way he's going, it could be 6-1. And that's what full forwards have to do. McDonald's been okay. Goodwin's been okay. Gerard's had plenty of the footy. Ibel's had a little bit of it. And look, Harms, I really like Harms. I've never seen him before. Just the way he moves, I like him too. Look, it was an entertaining quarter. But as I say, the goals that Anakie got, Thomson never touched the ball. And I reckon they're not playing the way that Lynch wants them to play. And I can bet you out there he just told them. And he told them in no uncertain terms. They did resurrect it a little bit, and let's hope they can keep going and make a game of this in the second quarter.
Yes, agree, Grub. So it's some work to be done for the Thomson side to get themselves back into the contest for a start. But we're about to start the second quarter. Let's see what will happen. Ball with the umpire and thrown up. Moreland goes up against Eden. Eden probably gets the final touchdown, goes down. Going to be picked up out there. Hennessy couldn't get clearance of the centre square. Tackled, and umpire will call for it back. Centre wing, clubroom side of the ground this time, so that's not too bad, too far from where we sit here. Ball going quickly in the air by the umpire. Moreland gets the ruck contest down. Again, Hennessy in the thick of things in there. Eden picked the ball up, handed to his opposition ruckman in Moreland, but he can't get clear. We'll hand the ball back to the umpire, and once again, the ball will be thrown up. Both ruckman again. Eden just taps it over the top. Coming through Mawson. He was tackled. He had no prior opportunity to get rid of it either. So an umpire for the third time will come in. Similar ball up, similar position. Big thump would be nice here just to clear it. Try to do that, but Dev Smith read that nicely. Kicked the ball back towards the middle of the ground. Coming through with McLaughlin. Didn't take it cleanly. It was Thomson who are going to pick the ball up and unfortunately turned it back to Moreland. Again now to the hands of Hennessy. His kick smothered. Picked up by Sim. Quick hands. Now they run from the half-back line. Fitzpatrick gets the ball outside. Goes towards the centre wing. Some good place out there by Dixon. Leads in the race for the ball. Couldn't keep it in the field of play or tapped it further afield. Ridout had it. He lost it. Went back to Fitzpatrick. He got the handball inside. But that time the ball has gone over the boundary line. It will be the lasso on the far side of the ground.
I'll give you a lasso.
Yeah, that's it. And Thompson will get the resulting free kick. And this time it will go to Dixon once again. So Dixon looking to come across the ground, but now will kick the ball longer into their forward line. Probably a better option. Got some marking options down there. Cam in front gets through his hands. Picked up out the back. Handball goes back towards Jacker. Again, couldn't pick it up cleanly. Sim did. Picked the handball up. That was nice work there from Harms inside. So Anakie able to take some pressure away. with the ball, only gets to their half-back line. Well, they're not even that far this time, but picked up again this time into the forward line, all over the top. Was he interfered with Smith?
I think so.
Possibly, yep. Umpires allowed things to go on. Again, picked up by Harms. His kick goes round the boundary line. Was it marked just inside the field of play? It was. And it's going to be Anakie now that bring the ball back towards centre wing. Go looking towards the left. He went through his hands. Thomson with some work to do out there now. Picked up by Pirtle. He is tackled, brought over the boundary line. Umpire said that was incorrect disposal. Free kick is going to go to Kyle Eibel here, I think it is. And he's got the ball defensive side of centre wing. Asked to play on now by the umpire. Kicks the ball back to true centre wing. Moylan's in front. Spoil from behind. Sees the ball go over the boundary line. And we will have a throw-in which will take place. So we've gone 2 minutes in the Elders Insurance second quarter. No change to the score. Anakie 5-1. Thomson 1-2.
I'm not too sure what Dev Smith wants to do back there, Grub, as well. It's grabbed by the neck.
Doesn't there.
Ball comes back in now. Lynch trying to get to the ball. He couldn't quite. Here goes Mawson. He might take a bounce. He does. Josh Mawson handball over the top. An opportunity for Anakie here. Oh, caught now. It's a great tackle from Dixon, and it's holding the ball.
I don't think it was. I thought he got the handball. If you get a handball, it's play on.
So Vandenberg, who was caught. Dixon now kicks up and under. It's a one-on-one. Eden there. Was he held? He was. So just in front of us in the broadcast position between half-back and true centre wing. Caleb Eden has the ball. He's going to go down the line looking for Cam. Here he comes. Once, twice, and juggles it over the boundary line. So that'll be a ball in between the two interchange benches.
Funny how people see things. You know, I thought that last one, I thought he chopped his arms. So I definitely thought that one was a free kick. I reckon he tapped the arm.
So ball back in now. Eden gets the ball down. Also there is Hoffman. He couldn't gather it. Blair there. If he can get the ball out. Umpire's going to say no prior opportunity. Or go again close enough to true centre wing. So ball up again now. Moylan tried to get the ball down. He couldn't quite. There's been a free kick picked out here. Which way is it going? It's going the way of Brad Gerard. So Gerard has the ball. He's going to go to the centre of the ground. Oh, over. Jasper Blair takes the ball. He gives it to Jed Hannessy. Hannessy inside the forward 50, just over Cam's head. Davis there as well. He lays the tackle. Noah Hannessy trying to get the ball on the ground. A great mark taken by Daniel Harms.
I know I've said it, but I like this kid, Smithy.
Yes, goes right, Grub.
Going back with the flight. He's played on now, though. Sells himself in a little bit of trouble. Jacker coming across and taking a good mark in the centre of the ground. Sam Jacker inside, forward 50 for Thompson. Kicks back.
Where are you going, Sammy?
Anakie on the last line of defence now. Daniel Harms has the ball in the pocket. Good opportunity, or good effort for a smother from Hannessy. They're going to work it out here. It ends up with Billy Goodwin. Now they go down the line. Gerard's going to track back, and Mawson has the ball. He's been everywhere. Josh Mawson averaging 30 touches and a goal for the year. He's going to go in the centre of the ground. Blair did well again. Turn the ball over. Moylan there as well. McFadden on hands and knees trying to get the ball out. Also, there was RD7. Now Blair inside the forward 50 for Thomson looking for Cam. He's got 3 to beat. He still might beat them all. Geordie Cam, 3 to beat. Handball over the top. Couldn't quite. Now Thomson still retained possession. Ryan there as well. Also at the outer side. They're going to go backwards to go forwards. McFadden has the ball. So they're 75 metres out here, Thomson. They're going to go towards Geordie Cam, you'd think. He puts it up now. Cam might fly across, but Harms takes a great interceptive mark. Daniel Harms has looked the goods this game. He's going to go back to the back pocket and find Mason Rhodes. Rhodes even further to Billy Goodwin. And Billy Goodwin drops the ball, puts himself under pressure. Handball, he might get the 1-2 with Gerard. Gerard looks further afield over the top. He has Hoffman. Hoffman now is going to turn Harry Saw inside out and then go down the line, and he finds his teammate in Alessi. Alessi over the top to Rhodes. This is end-to-end stuff from Anakie, and he just lets the ball slip out of his hands. So
wasn't a great hand.
5-1-31 to 1-2-8. We have gone 6 minutes in this second quarter, brought to you by Elders Insurance.
Yeah, it was a nice little bit of a balk by Hoffman back there, though. He's got a few tricks, hasn't he?
So ball back in now. Eden brings the ball front of the contest. It's picked up out there. It's going to end up with Gerard. Needs to get the handball away. Did so. Goes back to Moylan. He's tackled. Good work there from Blair. Been able to hold him up. And umpire will ask for it back.
He did that well. He did that well, yeah. He swung him round. He handballed it away. Play on.
So the ball again, this time Eden up over the top, taps it back towards the boundary line. Gerard leads in the race for the ball, got the handball away. Did he keep it in? No, he didn't.
Tried.
And it's going to be a free kick, which will go to the Thomson side. Anderson will be the recipient. Nice kick by the umpire there. Hit the player on the chest. So Anderson now, his defensive side of centre wing, and he loads up and he goes longer back towards their half-forward line in front. Cam, that's a better grab.
That's a
Thought it was too. Picked up again this time, the boundary line, kicked back. And I reckon that's going to go the other way now because it's going to be Harms that will get the recipient of the free kick, but not touched last. He looks like he's going to go across the ground. This is dangerous because he goes right back to the goal square. He almost kicked a goal there. And Goodwin has taken the mark in the goal square. Transfers play straight up the ground. Dangerous. And has he got a hand in there? They'll need to work now. He's gone back and retained his own ball. Hennessy goes back towards goal. That is great play. That should get him going. Jed Hennessy has his second goal of the afternoon. Thompson second. And they are 2-2. 5-1 to the home side. Anakie, we have gone almost 7 minutes in the Elders Insurance second quarter.
And that's what you like to see. They didn't have a good first quarter, but they've really upped the ante here in this quarter, Thompson, and they've thrown everything at Anakie, and Anakie going to have to try and do something to stem that tide, because if they can get another goal or two, Thompson, we're going to have a really, really tough, hard game on our hands. Geelong West 3-2-20, Winch 5-4-34, Finn Parish best on the ground by a mile so far.
Interesting with Hennessy in the midfield. He's played every time I've seen him on a wing.
Yeah.
And plays that position very well. Bit of a change for him.
Has to, maybe.
Back in the middle now. Blair with the clearance. That was a great tackle. Mawson coming the other way. Ryan there as well. He couldn't quite cover the ball with McFadgen's in there. Also Lynch. He could try to get the handball out. Now McFadgen does. Now they might turn the ball over here. They have. And it's going to be a ball up in true centre wing, far side of the grounds. So it's just pressure just going up a notch here. Eden in the ruck there again, and also Moylan. He won the tap out, and the free kick is going to go the way of Thomson to Antisev. He's going to go to Blair. He's been good this quarter. He's going to have a bounce here, and another one just to Blair, and send Thomson inside the forward 50. No one could fly, or tried, was Harms. Now a snap back from Smith. He's kicked the goal.
There's another one.
Thompson on the charge here. 5-1-31. Anakie now to 3-2-20. We have gone 9 minutes in this second quarter, brought to you Elders Insurance.
Look, you talk about Hennessy playing in the centre. I think when they had their best sides playing in finals and that, yes, his position was on a wing, but I suppose when you start to lose those plays, a little bit like Camilleri at Werribee Centrals when they had to, let's try Hennessy in the middle, and he's going all right. And that may be what he has to do and learn how to play that position. But again, Thomson has thrown everything at him, and it's working for him. And I reckon Lynch has really got right up on the quarter time and with a few more strategies, and it's starting to work.
And Moylan and Eden go at it again. Ball from that run contest coming through. Blair tried to force his way through, but couldn't get out the other side. Umpire will ask for it back right in the middle of the ground. So, again, another throw will take place there. Ruckman again. Eden gets it down. Same player. And there's the umpire's whistle. Must have been for hold before he got to the ball.
Yeah, must have been behind it because he's changed his mind again.
No, he put the hand
the wrong way.
No, I think he went the right way for a start. But anyway, the ball's gone back into the half-forward line, but it's Fitzpatrick that's taking the mark for Anakie.
His first movement was to go like that.
Oh, well, so he went back. So that's all right. So the ball now is with the half-back line. And Anakie maintained their position. I thought they were going to go back to Fitzpatrick there at centre-half-back. Decided to change their mind now and go down the boundary line. Kick out the back. Nice mark out there. And
Mawson.
Here's Mawson. Yes, you're right, Grub. Defensive side of centre wing. A little chip up over the top. Lessie went through his hands. Chops says the umpire. So free kick going to Alessi now. So again, he's just on centre wing on the far side. Eden coming off for his first spell. Goes back inside now to Gerard. Gerard wants to give the handball, does so. Went to Alessi, but he left it behind and went back and collected it once again. Left boot this time. Longer option goes into their forward line. Thompson with some numbers back there. Mark had to be paid. The chop, says the umpire.
My teammate who chopped him.
Yeah,
but he might have paid the mark.
Harry Saw is going to be the recipient of that decision. He goes longer back out towards centre wing. And again, up there, Davis. Paul gets out the back, picked up out there by Harms, got the handball further back, goes to Sim, chips the ball. Kick wasn't good, made his team work a little bit. McDonald got the handball back to Sim. Sim back towards centre wing. Mark required ball. Gets out the back once again. Alessi's there. Ball at ground level. He picks the ball up. Tried to feed the ball forward, but it's might have been Hennessy that went back and collected it. Goes back to Blair. Had been important in this quarter. Gets the ball forward. Thompson's had some numbers at the contest. Went at it twice, or two players went at it. And it's going to be a ball up on centre wing.
Bungled that, didn't
No talk there.
But it means both of them want the ball. That's the main thing here at the
Sometimes,
minute.
yeah, coaches sometimes think that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. So the ball from that contest goes towards the boundary line. And a free kick being given? No. The ball's been held up again. Once again, Blair he's had his hands on a lot of those
Yes.
first touches from the contest. This time, the umpires is going to let things go. I think the ruckman had their hand on it this time. Looks like Geordie Cam's gone up to do some ruck work. So that's his little run on the ball. It's not a bad option to have going into your ruck. Game ruck contest. This time Cam up over the top. Ball comes down. Hennessy goes forward. Actually, it wasn't Ham. It was Cam that got the ball to Judd. It was that got the ball forward.
Might be
Free
an
kick's been
Anakie
given.
kick, though.
Not too sure. Didn't see why.
No, me either. No.
Van Dijk will be the recipient of that free kick. So he should go down the line just to steady things down. He does so. Kick wasn't great off the boot, and the marker's been taken out there. I reckon that might be Judd out there. Right on centre wing on the far side of the ground. Little chip forward going. It was okay. Mark taken out there by Cam. Game longer kick going into their forward line now. Marking options out the back. Davis got his hands to it but couldn't finish it off. And the tackle there on Harms was high. While the umpire free kick will go to Daniel Harms. He'll transfer play across the ground, and that was okay. Sim has it. They go further afield and we'll find Roberts. He's got players loose further up the field. And again, nice looking kick to find Law over the top. And again, McLaughlin it is. And he's got some space. Chips along the boundary line. Player come up as liable. Takes the mark and he goes quickly inside. Kick had to be good. Fitzpatrick was there. Didn't take the mark. Interference, says the umpire. Free kick will go to that player. So he's got players running the boundary line. He's got players down the line he wants to go to, but he's going to go longer option in towards a dangerous spot. That's a great kick. Franceschi Fulton just came out. Didn't have to change stride. Marks on his chest and go back and look at his fourth goal of the day. Settle things down for for Anakie.
It was a good lead, actually. They had the loose man all the way down the ground, but it sort of did it in slow motion. I thought it was taking too long to get to the next bloke, and it looked like they'd run into a dead end. And then Franceschi Fulton ran into about the only hole left in the forward line and got hit on the chest with a beautiful kick. And now it's his turn to see if he can kick four straight with a beautiful kick.
It's a long run up for his second grub. So he'll kick from about 40 metres. And as I said, not much of an angle to work with here.
Now he's going to go too close, is he?
Well, he's going to kick now from inside 40.
Doesn't matter.
No, exactly right, Grub. A good call. Straight through the middle. His fourth of the afternoon and the sixth for Anakie. They are 6-1. They lead Thompson on 3-2. And we have gone 14 minutes. Elders Insurance, second quarter.
What's that, 4 in a quarter and a bit, gee? And you reckon he wasn't much good, Smitty? That was, as I say, not only was it a beautiful lead, but it was a very beautiful, beautiful kick. And I forgot to mention before the start of the game, congratulations to Dean Rust from the Werribee Career Club winning the Val Holton Medal for the champion player of the sub-district. Well done, Russie. First Werribee player ever to win it.
Oh, there you go.
Back in the middle now, in the ruck for the time being is Geordie Cam. There is Jed Hennessy, although on hands and knees is Gerard getting the ball out, and a good tackle is laid by Harvey Ryan. It might be, it was. Daniel Harms, I had a look. He's come from Grovedale Seniors.
Okay.
So ball up again now. Cam gets it down. Blair there. He couldn't quite trap that one. Gerard on hands and knees gets it out to Alessi. Alessi couldn't get the ball out. We'll have another stoppage. And he also played at Voyston last year, so they've got a connection with Voyston.
What the hell is Moyston?
Moyston.
Something's
Victoria.
down.
Ball comes out now. Good hands on that occasion by Blair. Now after it is Ryan. If he can gather the ball, he can. He was tackled by Alessi, though, coming through. And beautiful hands.
Well, he didn't have it.
And then to Goodwin, and then over the top, back to Moylan. Moylan up and under kick. Now it's a one-on-one contest going forward. Rocco still going back. He gathers the ball. Is that for opportunity?
No prior.
No.
Good idea. Well done, umpire. pinged that beautifully.
On a good shit was that occasion with their right decision. So now Cam in the ruck gets the ball down to Blair. He's been good out of the middle, although has he taken the player on? The ball came
Well,
out. Umpire says play on.
That's how he should have. And he looks big enough and strong enough to actually be playing Big Alex, doesn't he? Hey? He's made a couple of real good decisions. That's where you make a good ones, right in front of us.
Definitely. So Cam gets the ball down. Blair there again, and Gerard have liked that matchup today. Blair on hands and knees. He's going to win himself a free
Yeah, and
kick.
I'll tell you, he's just made his first mistake because he dived into his legs. That's not
for
proof.
Smith. Now the ball's down the line. Harms is there. Ball gets over the top. Davis there as well. Billy Goodwin couldn't quite get the ball out. Harms trying to gather the ball, ping-ponging around Davis. He's run straight into Gerard there. How's umpire Alex going to see this? He's going to say, no problem.
Fair enough.
Give me the ball.
That's a bit dangerous too. If your bloke's trying to dive into your legs, you don't pay it because you're going to get hurt doing it sooner or later.
So ball up again now. Eden back on the ground. Ball gets out the back to Hannessy and the Noah variety. Now Ryan there as well. He was held without it. Umpire says play and comes back to Ryan. He gives the ball to Eden. He wasn't expecting it unless he tackled, and the umpire's going to say give it to me. So ball up again now. Whelan and Eden. Eden getting on top of that contest. Kicked forward by Hannessy. Davis couldn't quite get it, and Harms again kicks a spiral out of there. Couldn't quite take the mark with Thompson. Then the whistle is blown, so we'll have another stoppage in between half forward and true centre wing for Thompson. Up again now. Eden tries to get the ball down to Blair. He did, and then the ball ends up over the top. Handball out unless he has it now. Ryan lays a good tackle. We'll have a stoppage. So 6-1-37 and 3-2-20. Anakie leading this one. We have gone 18 minutes in this second quarter, brought to you by Elders.
So ball thrown up again this time. The ball comes back towards centre wing. It's going to be Van Dyke was the first there, but made a bit of space for Alessi. He was again tackled. And he's had his hands on the ball, but every time he grabs it, someone grabs him. So ball back with the umpire. Eden doing the ruck work, did it over the top. Ball comes down to Hannessy, got the handball over the top there. Nice work to Purtell, just put the ball a little bit further down the field. Thompson now was going to go into forward, but it's been turned around. Goodwin gets the ball back from a handball from Gerard. His kick goes back inside. Eibel comes up. No, it's Van Dyke. Picks the ball up. Goes out the back door. Got some space there. Good work. They were able to manufacture some run through the middle, although the last handball didn't hit the target, and it's put a teammate, McDonald, under pressure. He's tackled, brought to ground, and we'll have a ball up which will take place.
Blair's been big this quarter, hasn't he?
Been excellent. So the ball now from that contest again. Eden takes the ball out of the ruck contest. Umpire says incorrect disposal, allows things to play on now. And the ball from his teammate goes into their forward line, gets out the back. Andersev's going to be the first to lead in the race for the ball. Hotly pursued, but he's able to get round on the right boot, goes back outside. Mark not taken out there by McFadgen. Again, back at ground level. Andersev followed up, did some nice work, goes back into the middle. Hannessy takes a mark in space by himself. Quick to move the ball onto Cam. And again, Thompson, if they can keep this going, they've got some options further down the field. That's where they go now. Ball gets out the back. Did it? No, it didn't. Mark wasn't taken. Ground level. Ball is kept alive there. Harms kept it out. Goes to Sim. Sim across the ground. And Goodwin takes the mark. Player further front down the field. And it's going to be some good work there from Hoffman. Made some good space. Saw where it was going. Led to the right quarter. And he's taken the mark. Defensive side of centre wing now. And delivers towards true centre wing. Coming up at the ball. Going across was Moreland. Didn't take the mark. Smith cleaned up. Handballs over the top to his mate in Dixon. Dixon now kicks long. Or he goes actually over the boundary line. And there will be a throw which will take place. So we have gone 20 minutes, second quarter, 6-1 Anakie, 3-2 to the Thomson side.
Just needed to be a little bit better on that occasion. Dixon, didn't he, Grub?
Yeah, he did. He did.
So ball is back in now. True centre wing. Eden just grabs it out and sends it forwards. An up and under kick. Good luck getting under that. Newling's there. He couldn't quite take the ball. Harms is there again. Jack is there. He might have given away the free kick he had.
Arms.
I think it was the right decision by umpire Alex.
Definitely.
Oh, and that could be 50 metres.
50-metre penalty.
Undisciplinary from Sam Jacker. Threw the ball back at the player. Not in the way you should. So it's going to bring Daniel Harms, the known goal kicker.
It's not something that Sammy Jacker normally does. So a bit frustrated.
60 metres out. Opportunity for Anakie. Here comes Mawson. Couldn't quite. Ball hits the deck now. Where might have been there. See the ball out. Rocco O'Toole is there. He sees Ryan. Oh, it's a Saw. He's in the middle of the ground. Oh, no. It's going to be a turnover. Opportunity. Dixon there as well. Redoubt. Blair up and under. Couldn't quite. Here's Mawson. He's got the class to finish from there. Inside out. Drop punt. Couldn't quite. Just a minor score. So 6-2. 38 now to 3-2 20. 3-goal margin. We have gone 22 minutes in this second quarter. Brought to you by Elders Insurance.
So the ball's going to be brought back in by Rocho O'Toole. He goes towards centre wing. And the mark not taken out there by Eden. Fitzpatrick couldn't pick the ball up. Diving on the ball there was Vandenberg. Got the handball out, but it goes only as far as Thompson's winning the ball back towards centre wing. A good spoil there. And again, there's good one on hands and knees. Gets the ball outside to McLaughlin. Go to Roberts. Roberts' kick was smothered off the boot. Goes back after it once again. Handball's back inside to his teammate Redoubt. Wasn't waiting for the ball or wasn't ready for the ball. Picked up and again back towards centre wing. Mark not taken. Ball comes to off his hands. And over the boundary line, we'll have a throw in.
I tell you, that was good play by Big Eden because he copped an accidental high one in and it jolted him a little bit.
Did you see the matchup of Jacker and Sim at the moment? Have a look at that.
Yeah.
So the ball thrown back in, and it's going to be tapped back towards the boundary line. So we're going to have a repeat of what just happened. I think if you went down forward, I think you just kick it in the air. I reckon that'd be
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, another throw in to take place. Ruck contest. Eden, ball comes out, goes into his hands of Judd. Throws back towards the boundary line with a handball. And it's going to be held up once again, the third time. This time a ball up. So Eden doing the ruck work. So Scary now in there doing some work for Anakie. Both ruckman at it. Ball goes over the boundary line. There's a hold, and it's going to go Thompson's way. Free kick will go to Ryan. No, Dev Smith wants it. No, going back to Ryan. So Ryan now. Don't throw it back, mate. It might be a free kick. So Ryan from centre wing now kicks into their half forward line. Mark not taken, not clean anyway. Ball comes through. It's Harms. Forced his way through. Tried to get the handball out. Not too sure whether that was great. Hoffman's strong tackle. And a ball up again will take place.
You get the handball there, Grub? Was it a good decision? I didn't quite see.
Which one?
That one.
So the ball now, Ruckman go at it once again, ball at ground level, Hennessy picks the ball up. There's a lot of this stuff going on. I'm not too sure, I can't see it, but the free kick's going to go to Vandenberg, it looks like. So he's defensive side of centre wing for Anakie. Handball goes to Goodwin, and again, didn't take clean possession of it, put himself under a bit of pressure. Some work now, and it's cleaned up there by Eden. Left boot goes long into their forward line, races on, goes back towards the boundary line. Harms leads in the race for the ball. He can't keep it in. There's going to be a throw-in. 6-2 Anakie, 3-2 Thomson. And we have gone 24 minutes in the Elders Insurance second quarter.
I can tell you what, not good decision making there. You give it to a bloke who's running past with a bloke right on his hammer, and they just lost the footy. Just kick it bloody long.
I agree. So ball hits the deck now. Opportunity. Mawson gives the handball off, involved there as well as Roberts.
Another one of these.
Free kick going in the way of Anakie. So is this the communication that they may be seeing at other umpires, and that's why they're paying it?
Well, if it is, we better throw the comms away. I think I don't know.
So,
no, I shouldn't say it because it's a long way away from me. I can't see them, but that doesn't mean they're not there.
So Mawson to the pocket. Goodwin, who's had a couple.
And Smithy's eyes are older than mine.
Had a couple of clangers this
struggling.
game. Billy
11
Goodwin.
days.
It's got to be clean here. Handball over the top. He finds his teammate in Hoffman. Now he goes
Hoppy.
down the line and just stays in. Was the touch before, but it should be deliberate then if it's not. The umpire, well, where else was he tapping the
Yeah,
ball?
but the thing is, he knows that he's got to touch it or it's a last touch. So he touches it on purpose and it goes out. So technically, yes, it's deliberate. But, you know, the ball's got to be thrown out.
So Eden in the ruck now, couldn't quite get the ball. Jed Hennessy, brilliant handball over the top.
Great
Mawson
tackle.
tackled Ryan. Umpire said play on. That could have been rewarded. Goodwin in there as well. He couldn't gather the ball. There's 4 or 5 players going to red at the moment. And Goodwin pushed as he kicked it. Under the ball is Pertil. Can he take the mark? Brad Gerard is happy to see the ball over the boundary line in between the two interchange benches.
And there's no problems with that because he's punching the ball away as a mark. I can understand that.
So, won't be long to go in this quarter. 26 minutes gone so far. Ball back in now. It's a shallow throw in. Umpire didn't recall it. Mawson's going to gather the ball here. He's offered it away, and he does.
It's got to be a
Probably a free kick. Judd's there as well. Now push as he was shackled. And so the final score the score for half time 6-2-38. Anakie, they lead Thomson 3-2-20. We went 26.5 minutes in that quarter, brought to you by Elders Insurance.
Francis here, Fulton with 4 goals, Alessi and Robinson both with 1, and for the Thomson side, Jed Hennessy has 2, Dev Smith the other. So we'll take a short break. Hopefully we'll get some scores from around the grounds, and the will give you the summary of what's happened here in the first half. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
No one on the mark. Zane Jones.
Yes, there was.
Yeah, he was a bit wide, wasn't he, Zane Jones?
No, the umpire
Good
didn't say
contested
final.
mark. Gould now gives the handball off. Opportunity for Coverdale. Forward. Well done off. River. How did he rope that? He's going to run into an open goal. Damn, River kicks in 4. 14-7-91 to 7-6-48.
come back, as I said, at half-time at 6-2. Anakie, they lead Thomson 3-2. It's almost a shame to leave the half-time spread down there. There was a lot of food left on the table, and it was all very, very nice. So we think the Anakie side and the ladies to do the work in the canteen, that was a magnificent spread. Grub, how did you see the first half?
Well, forget about the first half. I want to keep talking about the spread. Hey, I tell you what, we've been lucky this year to have been blessed with some magnificent spreads. But I tell you what, they can't top the one I just come from. They had everything. Oh, Heath and his workers, they are fantastic. Sponge cake, scones, unbelievable. But, as I say, the first half, Anakie all the first quarter, and Thomson looked like they were going to get belted off the park. But they came back in the second half and they had a real crack. A couple of the things that they did wrong in the first quarter, they got right in the second quarter. And I've got no doubt that was because they started listening to their coach. And they've actually got themselves into the game. I know I let go, I'll put them back out of it a little bit. But if they can really get this first 15 minutes, give it everything they got, kick a couple of goals, and they'll be on their way. But if they go back to that first quarter stuff and they can kick 3 or 4, then the game will be over. But let's hope that Thomson can get themselves right back into this game with a couple of early ones.
Give you some half-time scores when we get them available. Without players underway here, Moylan does the ruck work. Ball comes to the ground. Anakie led in the race for the ball, but it's going to be picked up out there by Anderson. Little boot goes into the middle of the ground. Blair got the handball on it, but the kick was smothered. Sim from Anakie goes back towards their half-forward line, and that's a good mark taken in defence there by Pirtle. So he's now got the ball at centre-half back, and can transfer play if he wants to do so. He's going to go across the ground and out towards centre wing. Probably a little bit deeper. Cam's out there, got his hand up this time and held on to that one. That was a good mark. So Jordan Cam now can drive the ball along into their forward line. Again, options are down there. Mark not taken. Comes out the back. Roberts got the handball away. Went towards his teammate. Goes back to Gerard, and there's a push, says the umpire. And a free kick will go. Yeah, he did the same thing then. Saw that one grow. Didn't see the first one, but I did see that one. So Mason Rhodes will be the recipient. On centre wing, little chip ball up. Mark, they maintain possession once again. Cam comes up to take the mark now. So from centre wing now, Anakie, they drive the ball along towards their half-forward line. Uncontested there. And Moylan has taken the mark. He goes now quickly into their forward line. Ball at the back. Davis slides down the back, takes a mark. Jacker looks like he's got that foot back and going again now. Back on the half-back line where he should be. Goes back towards centre wing. Picked up by Judd. Kicks the ball. Wasn't great off the boot. Sin come at the ball, attacked it. Handball was going to handball across, but decided to kick the ball out wide. Mason Rhodes is out there by himself. Has plenty of time to pick the ball up and looks downfield. Nice weighted kick, and the mark should be taken and will be taken by Eyeball down there. So he's now got the ball and transfers play quickly. That kick wasn't as good. We're looking for his teammate Van Dyke. He's been able to keep it in, or has he? Umpire said yes, but there's a tackle laid and a ball up will take place. So just trying to still get some scores if we can. Try around the grounds. So ruck contest was made. Now there's a push back over the line. Gerard reckons it's a free kick to him. So it's obviously last touch from the Thomson side. He goes quickly to the forward line. Mark not taken this time, but Davis cleans up again for Thomson. Goes back towards centre wing. Mark again not taking his hands to the back. I'm not too sure whether there was a real push there. Just a fend off. They transfer the play. Harms across the ground. Goodwin gets to his feet. Needs to release the ball. Did so. And the umpire's allowed things to go on now. Picked up out there. Mawson got the handball back inside. It's not really some clean play. Both sides are making a lot of skill errors here. And the ball has gone back into the middle. Another wobbly kick and cleaned up out there by Law, who goes back into their half forward. Again, not clean. That was better. A nice clean pick up there from Blair once again. Ends up in the hands of Jacker. He decides to get the ball out of their defence and goes long. Again, Cam taps the ball further afield. Harms again in some space by himself. Comes back in his right boot. Kick has to be good, and it will find Goodwin. Half back line. McLaughlin has made plenty of space by himself, and he's done that for most of the day. That's Matt McLaughlin. Goes back inside. Again, kick not great. Found Hoffman, put him under pressure, and umpire said that is holding the ball.
Not quite sure he had a lot of prior there, but
so Jed Hennessy now with the ball after play on by the umpire. Goes long into the forward line. Cam up. Can he take the mark? Yes, he can. So Geordie Cam can go back and close the gap a little bit. A 3-goal margin at the moment. Can put this through, bring it back to a 2 goals.
What's wrong with the Play HQ?
I'm not too
Mine's
sure.
working.
Almost at half time, West were 8-4-52, trailing Winch 9-7-67. Well, I can't get them on mine, the rest of the scores.
It's a little bit low against the reception.
Fix this. I'll get the scores.
So Geordie Cam hasn't hit the scoreboard like he did last week, but he's an opportunity to start things here better for Thomson. That looks a nice kick off the boot. Umpire does not even move 1 inch. Geordie Cam has his first. Thomson there fourth. That is now a 2-goal margin. Thomson 6-2. Anakie 6-2. Thomson 4-2. And we have gone just on 4 minutes. P&R Foods third quarter.
Well, we asked them for the first two. They've given us the first one and another one here, and it's anybody's game. Well, it's actually anybody's game now because they have lifted. And I just reckon, I don't know, well, it's not fitness because they've just had a rest, but a couple of those little kicks and passes from Anakie in the middle here, they just look so tired-ish and so horrible, and they lost possession of the ball. It's hard enough to get it. When you get it, you got to keep it.
So Eden has the ball down now. There's an opportunity for Hoffman coming through. He couldn't quite. Here's Hennessy. He's the one who's getting him going. Inside the forward 50, looking for Cam again. Not a great kick. Half spoiled his own teammate, though, so he kept the opportunity alive for Thomson. And we'll have a stoppage 30 metres out from Thompson's goal. Also, still getting you those scores. Corio 38, they trail Bannockburn 56. Geelong West 54, trailing Winchelsea 58. The ball is knocked down now. Out the back. Here's an opportunity for Dev Smith. One way and that away. 1-2 with Blair. Back to Smith. He might go back to Blair. He couldn't quite. It was great defense, but a good tackle from Jazzy Blair. And we'll have a stoppage 45 metres out from the Thomson goal. Probably back in Dev Smith to kick that one. So Jordan Cam gets the ball down. It was straight to Hoffman, though. He's played a good game so far, and that was really well trapped in the end. Turned his man inside out with Vandenberg and then ended up with Ebel. He kicks it to a one-on-one opportunity, though. Couldn't quite. Percente right on the hammer of Franceschi Fulton. Now inside 50. Anakie might take a mark. Going back. Free kick. Umpire hasn't blown his whistle. Yes, he has.
He has.
It was going to be paid. It's chopping the arms. It's going to go to Redoubt.
What was that West score?
They were down by 4 points.
No, it's 67-52. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I've got 54-61 here.
Yeah, well, okay. So
This is Alex.
behind.
This is Alex
Yeah.
direct.
So Redoubt comes in to stop the momentum and he kicks the goal. 7-2, 44-4-2, 26 now. We have gone 6.5 minutes in this third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods.
Go and give some scores now then, Alex. Smith, I mean.
Yeah, well, they've got East Geelong at 34 and Werribee at 43. And now, look, my phone's just decided to do an update again.
Well, we had Darcy doing them perfectly, and you've come in and messed it all up.
Well, you can take over again, but I just had them there.
Bellpost till 27 to Belmont 44. So I've got, these must be behind now because I've got North Geelong 26, Inverleigh 19. East Geelong 34 to Werribee 43.
Back in the middle once again. Ruckman go at it. This time Moreland gets the ball down. Dev Smith read that nicely off the contest. Goes to the half-forward line. Mark well taken out there by Judd. So he goes quickly into their forward line. Probably need to give himself some more room. Mark not taking it centre half forward. Again, Thomson push the ball forward. Go long into their forward line. Runs towards the goal square, but will be offline. It's actually gone out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in a couple of metres around from the behind post. The umpires.
Waiting for nomination.
Waiting for the boundary
Yeah,
umpire.
I get there.
He was well back on the
A
half
long
forward
way
line
away,
and went over. That's right. So Geordie Cam doing the ruck work. Scary for Anakie. Cam brings the ball out the back, picked up, kicked back towards goal. Offline, out of bounds with a full free kick going to Harms of Anakie. Back pocket beside the behind post. So he's now been given a fair bit of space between there and where he kicks the ball from. Decides to go long out towards the half-back line. Moreland was going to be the marking option, but there's been a free kick given, and it's going to go Thompson's way. Too sure that is out there, but they bring the ball back towards the full forward position, and Davis this time has got his hands on it and taken a mark and go back for his first goal of the afternoon.
It was Noah Hennessy who kicked that.
So we haven't seen much of him this afternoon, but he's got an opportunity here to put the margin back to 2 goals. Similar position to where his teammate before had a shot at goal, Geordie Cam. Same result, hopefully, for the Thomson side. So he steps in now, and from almost directly in front. Kicks that goal.
Shocker.
That's a shocker. It is off the line and through for a minor score only.
Gee, they needed that bad, you know.
So 4-3 now to Thomson. 7-2.
Oh, invaders on the pitch.
Jacko McLeod's little kid.
That'd be right, trying to get a kick like Jacko used to.
And we have gone just on 9 minutes, third quarter.
So Anakie now from fullback. You're going to go. McDonald's going to go far side. It's a good mark taken by Cam. Problem is, they need him on the end of this kick. So Geordie Cam, 70 metres out from Thompson's goal. It's a long, high roost. Who's going to fly? Davis is there. He stayed down. There's a free kick. Which way is it going? It's going the way of Anakie. I think Davis put 2 hands in the back of his opponent there, so very easy for the umpire to tell. They need a little bit more from Dev Smith, I feel, as well. So Billy Goodwin has the ball now. Full back. Dangerous kick to the pocket. Finds his teammate. Arms like now. Has the ball deep in the pocket. Little chip kick. McFadgen nearly got there, but it was a good mark taken in the end by Van Dyke. He has the ball and, was very lucky to be paid. It might have been a free kick.
Just don't let that bias creep in, Arch, will you?
No. No bias here, Grub. So then Alessi goes to the side. Going back with a flight. It's probably a free kick to Anakie. Umpire says play on. Now handball over the top, trying to find Antisev. They keep the ball in. Thomson, no, they don't. It's just going over the boundary line. So far side of the ground. Township side of the ground. We have a ball in between centre wing and half forward for Thomson. So Cam in the ruck for the time being. Eden now gets the ball down. Oh, here's Mawson. Arcs his back, kick up and under, and he's going to kick it out of bounds on the full, it looks like. His push as he kicked it. The umpire said that didn't impact enough for a free kick. So it's going to be Sam Jacker to have the ball. They did try up forward at the latter half of the last quarter.
I think so, just because he got hurt, didn't it?
So ball kicked now to the path. Steeler. Kicks it down to the path. Opportunity now. Gets over the back. Here's Cam. Can he gather the ball to 1-on-1? Also there. Opportunity for Thomson. Hannessy gathers the ball. He's wrapped up. So ball up again now. Can't quite. There's a free kick and it's going to...
Well, it's McDonald with the ball now, and he's got the ball deep in defence for the Anakie side. Looking to play on, goes towards the far side of the ground. Outside to Moylan, little mark maybe interfered with, but Eden did nicely. Handball comes back inside. Anderstead gives the handball back to Smith. Smith's off a step, gets around a couple, looks back inside. That's a nice looking kick, and the mark has been taken out there by Dixon. So he's inside 50. Has he got the range? We'll soon find out, but he's got a great opportunity here. Unless he maybe just got a little ground there, I thought, took a step forward. I don't know whether the umpire said push forward. But it's in the hands of Dixon here. So Dixon will kick from just inside 50. Takes advantage, kicks long, low, goes towards goal. Is it marked in the field of play?
Yes, it is, I think.
I'm not too sure.
I reckon it's a mark.
Well, umpire's stepping it out there, so he's been paid it. And the mark will be taken by Ryan. So this will improve things once again. If he can finish it off. Players just been asked to step back to their 10-metre zone.
Should be 5 if you ask me.
So he plays on now, kicks round the body. Has he brought it back well enough? Grubs outside. He gets a good look at that one.
All right.
But the umpire says that is straight through the middle. And that will bring the Thomson side score to 5-3. They trail Anakie on 7-2. We have gone 13.5 minutes. P&R Foods, third quarter.
Well, that's another one that they needed. It must have been very, very close to that line. But the umpires were right on the spot. I think the rule should be changed to 5 because it makes it too easy. But I've got to get new glasses because I was sure it went through the wrong side of the post and came back. But that's only me from where I was. They were right on the spot. And that's the goal they did. Put some 2 goals down. I tell you what, another one here. And look out, they're back to Tommy Tigers.
Definitely the defensive structure is holding up a lot more when Anakie trying to go from deep in defensive 50 and then transition the ball. We saw early in the game they were going only 2 or 3 kicks and they were having a shot at goal.
Yeah, but Thomson aren't letting them play that style of play
exactly.
because they've upped the ante.
So ball up again now. Eden tried to get the ball down. William was there as well. There's Blair. He's been instrumental in the comeback, but Thompson then slung was Lynch. Umpire says play on. The ball came out to Newling. He kicks up and under towards the wing. It's trailing out. Also down there is Saw who can gather the ball. Intercepted really well. Couldn't quite though. Ball still in congestion. Will have a stoppage far side of the ground. Truce and a wing. 7-2, 44 to 5-3, 33. So ball down now. Dev Smith in there as well. Gerard wraps him up. We'll have another stoppage. So up again now. Eden, he's been pretty good in the ruck. Oh, Mawson, how did he do that? He takes one bounce and inside forward 50 for Anakie. Couldn't quite. McFadden did well tracking back. Free kick. It's going to go the way of Redoubt.
What did he do?
I've got no idea.
Redoubt has the ball.
Was the other bloke pushed after he kicked it maybe and down the ground? Because I couldn't see a free that time.
So Redoubt is 45 metres out. This is the scoring end of the ground. He kicks from 50. Looks okay off the boot. Just on the near side. So just a minor score. 7-3, 45 now to 5-3, 33. Even 2-goal margin. We've gone 15.5 minutes in this third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
Fresh a little bit out here, the weather, Grub.
Yeah, it has. I might have to put the hashtag jumper back on.
Might notice the difference. Sammy Jack is doing the kicking in work now, and he decides to play on. Goes pretty much towards Cam on centre wing. Spoil was made out there. Ball hits the ground to Lessie. First to arrive, he's tackled. And umpire will come in and ball it up. I reckon if John Alessi's had the ball 20 times, someone's grabbed him, he's taken 2 steps till every time. So the ball now going thrown in the air. This time back towards the boundary line. Mawson shrugs off the tackle, runs inside 50, delivers the ball to the pocket. That's a nicely weighted kick. Oh, Franceschi Fulton. I don't know whether he's claiming it.
Looks like it hit the ground to me from here.
Yeah, I think that's what the umpire's seen as well. They're a lot closer. He's still pleading for the mark, but he's not going to be given it.
Once they made the decision, son, they ain't going to change it. But he's real argumentative, just like his mother.
So the ball will be thrown in 20 metres around from the behind post. Again, Ruckman this time. Moreland tries to sweep it out the back. It's going to be Thompson through McFadden that was the first to arrive. Anders said was there. Now Alessi again. Theory gets the ball and he's tackled straight away. Umpire said this time he's going to be rewarded with a free kick. I think he had the ball when it tackled, but the ball did come out in the tackle, so I'm not too sure whether it should have been paid. But now there's 50. Someone's made a comment.
Yep. And I tell you what, he made a comment. I think he just beat me to it. Because I'm buggered if I could see that free kick. I'm sorry, but I just...
Was it Hannessy?
No, I don't think.
I think it was Geordie Cam.
Yeah, he's the one that's been questioned. So unless he has kicked a goal, sorry about that, and he's got his second of the afternoon now, the 8th for Anakie there, 8-3. Thompson 5-3, and 17.5 minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
And you know what? I don't care whether the umpire got it right or whether he got it wrong. I believe in my own mind watching it, I couldn't see it. I think he may have got one wrong. Who knows? But that doesn't give anybody the opportunity to have a go at the umpire and give a 50 in a game where there's only a couple in it. It's right. You know that if you give 50, it's a dead set gift of a goal. You have to keep your mouth shut and show some discipline because you've just cost your side a goal. Because I'm not sure he could have kicked it from where he was. Matter of fact, I don't reckon he would have.
Very well summed up there. Richard Grubby-Cation's ball back in the middle now, over the top. Antisev is on Mawson for the time being, and Mawson was holding Antisev, so it's going to go to him in the middle of the ground. Alex Antisev, inside forward 50 for Thompson. Blair is there. He pushes over, he falls over. Now Harms has the ball for Anakie. He's been good all day. He finds Mawson in a paddock. Josh Mawson takes a bounce. And he looks further afield. What a kick. Finds it out. Hit him on the chest. Lace out. They're at centre. They're at about the wing now. The kick back in board. Is it good enough? It is. Mark was taken on that occasion by Ebel. Ebel looks inboard. He's got Gerard all by himself. Gerard takes the mark. Then from 50 goes bang and kicks the goal. He's got it. What a goal from Brad Gerard. The captain needed to stand up, and he has. 9-3-57 now to 5-3-33. Margin getting worrying for Thomson. 19 minutes gone in this third quarter, brought to you by P&R Foods.
Gee, 2 goals in a minute and a half, and that shattered Thompson's really, really good work in the first 14 minutes of this quarter. And that was a magnificent goal. As a matter of fact, it has to be a contender for the Connect goal. Yes, that's right. Cannot tell. Goal of the day.
I think Sammy Jenkins might have thought he got a hand on that, just
Wow.
his response. But
He might have too, but he might not have been inside the field of play to do it.
So the ball now back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Moylan up over the top, brings the ball back towards centre wing. Coming off the wing, it's Davis who's made his way up the ground a little bit. Unfortunately, players now converge on it, and it's going to be asked to give him back to the umpire. Ball thrown up very quickly this time. Eden maybe gets hand on ball. Ball goes back towards the boundary line. Davis was there, couldn't pick it up cleanly. It was nice work there and hands by Hennessy, got the ball moving and again in towards centre. That was a fly, but it wasn't finished off there. Ends up in the hands of Harms. He was giving the ball to Sim, and Sim, his umpire said he gave it away. So
he didn't have it.
He going to be Devon Smith. It's going to take the resulting free kick.
Oh, crikeys.
God, that would have been one of the great marks, and we took that.
Well, we reckon we would have got a Routley's mark of the day there.
So Devon Smith is now asking the umpire for his line. I'm not too sure whether he thinks he's in the right spot there, but anyway, he's got a kick from about 45 out directly in front, kicks towards goal.
Missed it, I think.
And he's just offline through for a minor score.
Had to kick that.
5-4 now, Thomson. Sorry, 5-4 to 9-3, Anakie. And the ball's been brought back in quickly, goes to Gerard. And again, he moves it further down the field. Mark taken further afield by teammate maybe Fitzpatrick out there on the far side. Brings the ball back inside. That's dangerous, but it's going to work okay. Mark taken by Harms. Transfer across. It can't be Fitzpatrick because he's over this side of the ground.
Roberts.
Mark now has got Roberts. Roberts goes to Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick runs towards centre wing and kicks long into their forward line. Unless you're going back with the fly of the ball, was allowed to continue on with it. Picks it up, was tackled strongly. Umpire said over the shoulder.
And he put his hand out the wrong way again.
Percenti, it is. Has got the free kick. High for the umpire.
Better.
So it's now with Alessi. Can't be tackled here because he's won a free kick. So he'll be happy about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's had the ball 20 times either, Smithy, to be quite honest with you.
No, but he's had it a bit. But every time he had it, he's been a free kick given or sort of tackled. That's a nice looking kick going forward to Redout, and he has taken the mark.
Hell of a tough shot from there, though.
Yeah, especially for the right footer.
I think he needs a lead.
So distance won't be a problem here, I wouldn't think, but he's just got to find that accuracy.
He's hurt himself a bit there, Alessi, too. He's come straight off.
Yeah, put his hand up. So Redout comes in, kicks that goal. He brought it up a little short on the right-hand side through for a minor score. So his score is 1-2 for the afternoon. Anakie now 9-4. They lead Thomson 5-4 and 22.5 minutes gone. P&R Foods third quarter.
There he goes, Jacker. He's going to go straight up the guts. A good kick. He finds Jed Hennessy. Jed Hennessy, again, finds Antisev. So good build up here. Back to Hennessy. Straight up the middle of the ground. This is good from Thomson. And Peacock drops the mark. He should be taking. Probably not up good enough there as the ball hits the deck now and wrapped up. So we'll have a stoppage near the middle of the ground. It was a good build up from Thomson. Just a skill error. So we go again now. Cam in the ruck for the time being. Ball bobbling around, involved there as well. Moylan couldn't quite get the ball out. Hennessy there. Gerard wins the clearance. He's going to go underground and then back to Gerard. Neither team really getting much possession out here. And the ball goes over the boundary line. So we'll have another stoppage. True centre wing, far side of the ground. 9-4-58. Thomson 5-4-34. Really kicking away now. 4-goal margin. Ball over the top now. Kneeling there as well. He couldn't quite gather the ball. And then Gerard handballed Moylan. Opportunity for Anakie. They're going to go inside. Forward 50. Genuine one-on-one. Francesi Fulton couldn't quite. He's still there though. But handball comes out. Rhodes there. They can get it to him. They couldn't quite. It's Sente there. Mawson, good hands back in board. They've got a man out wide in Rhodes so they can get it to him. Couldn't quite. Now Ryan there and Saw as well involved. Opportunity. Thomson defending gallantly. Can't quite get a kick out. Anakie. This is good defense from Thomson. Now a kick comes out. Geordie Cam, can he gather the ball? He can now. He's going to wheel and go. Up and under kick. Is there anyone at home? Simler's held. He's going to get the free kick anyway. So now Billy Goodwin. He's going to handball to Mawson. Mawson inside the forward 50 for Anakie out in the path of Francesi Fulton. Is the ball going to stop for him? It's not. It's going to go over the boundary line and we'll have a stoppage. 24 minutes gone in this quarter thus far. The umpire's blown his whistle.
Is he waiting for the injured player to get off the ground?
Yes, he's. And that is from here.
Vandenberg.
Vandenberg. Jimmy Vandenberg.
As the injured player comes off the ground, wish him all the best. So the ball's back in now. Cam kept his feet, couldn't quite. Now a snap! Inside out torpedo from Hoffman. It's gone out of bounds on the full. So
I think he was the late inclusion for Mitchie Gavin too, I think.
Dixon's going to be the recipient of the free kick. Last line of defence for Thomson. Probably need to get one more this quarter. It goes down the line. Over the top, couldn't quite. Now Harm sends Anakie inside, forward 50.
Oh, beautiful mark.
Sammy Jackett's going to wheel and go. He knows they need a goal, and in quick succession, he finds Noah Hannessy on the far side of the ground. He's got his brother in board. He's not going to use him. He's going to go further afield. Jasper Blair's got to win the one-on-one. He did pretty well trying to get the handball out to McFadden. He couldn't quite. Now the ball's held up, and we might have a stoppage. We do. So 9-4-58, Anakie. They are leading Thomson 5-4-34. We've gone 26.5 minutes in this third quarter. Brought to you up here in our foods.
Thrown up by the umpire, far side. Eden, front position, takes it out of the ruck, gets back on the left boot, kicks it into towards Cam. Cam in front, stretches up, takes a mark. Opportunity here, maybe late in this third quarter. Looking for options further down the ground. Now there's 15 minutes given. Someone's obviously gone into the zone there.
I think so, yeah. Well, this is going to create an opportunity. Keep coming, keep coming. He's right within distance.
He certainly is, Grubb. So he's going to go from well out to he's only be about 40 metres out when he kicks the ball. So an opportunity here, as we said, for Thomson just to close that gap, keep them in touch.
I just think they have to before three-quarter time, don't they? They really have to close that gap, as you say, because it's just too hard in the last quarter to come from 4 or 5 down. You want to come from 2 or 3 if you have to.
So Cam steps in, kicks that goal. Umpire says it's okay.
Never moved.
Don't know whether it went over the head, but it's straight through the middle by her. And that's Cam's second goal of the afternoon. Now, Thomson, they move to 6 goals for. They trail Anakie on 9-4. 27.5 gone, Penarth Foods, third quarter.
We might have kicked 9 last week, but I'll tell you what, I don't know if any of them are as important as that one just then. Because as I said, you don't want to go in 4 or 5 down. And if they can sneak another one, fair enough. If they can't, they're a chance to come from 3 down. Because I reckon most of this quarter they've played well. It's just in patches. Anakie have kicked a couple of goals to keep them at bay. But I think we're looking at a pretty good last quarter here.
So ball thrown back up again. This time Moreland gets the ball down, runs it back to, or points it towards half forward. Hoffman comes out, attacks it strongly, got the handball outside the Rhodes. Rhodes wants to go back to Hoffman, goes back and collects it, tries to force his way through the contest. Unfortunately couldn't get through the other side, and we're going to have a ball up. Bannockburn 65, Corio 51. Werribee 55, 46 East Geelong. Ball back now in the game here. Davis takes it, needs to get rid of it. In the end he did, but umpire said he wants the ball back. North Geelong 32, Inverleigh 28. Belpost Hill 27, Belmont Lions 46. So from the ruck contest, Davis goes after it again, kicks the ball into their half-forward line. Smith's out, couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Picked up out there. McLaughlin's got the hand outside of Goodwin. Across the ground, he goes with a short chip. And Rhodes takes the mark, half-back line for Anakie. Probably no rush now to get things moving, but he's going to kick down the line would be the safer option. Decides where he goes. He goes long outside. Moylan's at target. Ball spoiled from the contest over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw which will take place. So 28, almost 9 minutes gone. 3-goal margin as it stands. So Eden doing the ruck work, stretches over the top. Ball ends up in the hands of Moylan. Left it for Gerard. He couldn't take it cleanly. Again, players now in and jumping on top of the ball, so the umpire comes in and will take possession of it. Thrown up again by the umpire. Ball hits the ground. Moylan went after it. Taken out of his hand there by Judd. Got the handball out the back, so Thomson with some space now. Ball through Newling. Goes back into the middle. Mark wasn't taken out there, but put themselves under a little bit of pressure here. They're going to maintain possession at this stage. Anderson had the ball. Got the handball going, and Hennessy. Handball's over the top of the contest. Went back and collected himself. Tried to step past the contest. Well worked there by Harms. Picked up by Goodwin. Goes across the ground. Going to be picked up by Davis. He's tackled and held up. Umpire head. Again, did try to fend off, but I'm not too sure how much prior he had there.
Well, it's in that corner. I couldn't see it, so there'll be no comment from Rubbications.
So the ball is going to be given back to the tackler in Roberts, and he will relieve some more pressure for Anakie here. Decides to go across the ground, has Simmons some space by himself. He can play on if he wants to, but an option is to go across the ground. Scary is out there by himself, and again, he can run and carry the ball. Kicks long towards their half-forward line. Ball gets over the top. Robinson leads in the race for the ball. Doesn't try to pick it up, just kicks the ball back. Jacobis picked up by Francesi. And he has got his 5th of the afternoon. The 10th for Anakie. They are 10-4. Thomson, 6-4, 30.5 minutes, almost 31 minutes gone. P&R Foods, third quarter.
Well, that was unbelievably lucky. They made the move down there. Was that Sammy Jacker?
Yeah.
Because he's gone on to Francesi Fulton, who hasn't kicked a goal. And look, who was on him? Was it young Judd?
Judd was
Paciente or something?
Picente.
And then I watched him earlier, and I think he can play footy. But I was watching him. He's not a full-back. And I think that helps Francesi kick that 4 goals. But now they put Jacker on him, which I thought was a good move, and he got an incredibly bad bounce, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's just bad luck.
Had to attack it.
But he's got 5, the young fella.
So back in the middle now. Thomson desperately need a goal. The siren goes for 3/4 time. Maybe a breeze too far. So 10-4, 64 Anakie to 6-4, 40 Thomson. That quarter went for 31 minutes thanks to P&R Foods.
Goal kickers to this stage of the game. Francesi Fulton has 5. Alessi with 2, 1 each. Gerard, Redoubt and Robinson. And for Thomson, 2 each to Hennessy. That is Jed, Jordan Cam, 1 each to Ryan and Dev Smith. Take a short break, come back. Final quarter action is not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Three-quarter time, Anakie 10-4, 64, 6-4, 40 to Thomson. They made a little inroads early in the third quarter, but some late answers for Anakie has stretched that margin back to 4 goals. Is that enough just to hold them out, Grub, or can Thomson make another charge?
Look, on the looks of it, it looks like it's enough because each time Thomson worked their heart out to get a couple of goals, Anakie seemed to kick 2 bang bang straight away, and it just makes the task that much harder. But obviously, what they've got to do, Thomson, they've got to put 3 together, right, and get close enough to make Anakie panic a little bit, and maybe not be able to kick those 2 goals that they need to kick. But look, there's been some pretty good. It's been a reasonable. It's not much science in this one. You just sit back and watch how it plays out and enjoy what they're doing. And that's pretty much how I've enjoyed it today. And it's hard to pick good players. I think Gerard's been pretty good. Mawson's been good. Moylan, Roberts has been okay. Sim at times. Harms, Hoffman's been okay at times. And I think both Hennessy's are all right. Antisev's got a bit of the footy. Jack has gone back there and done pretty well. Caleb Eden's been okay. So it is hard to get the good players. But look, both teams, I'll tell you what, they're giving it everything they got. They're all having a go, and there's no one sitting back on their laurels. But as I said during you'd love to come, if you had to, from 3 goals down, 4 or 5 makes it a bit harder. I have to learn to Anakie to continue what they're doing and win the game. But it's not beyond Thomson. If they can kick the first couple and put the pressure on, you don't know what happens in the last 15 minutes. So I'm going to stick with Anakie for the day, but look out if Thomson can get an early run on.
10 points, Bannockburn leaders over Corio. Winchelsea out to 39 points. 3 points into the East Geelong. Werribee up by that 3 points. 3 points at North Geelong, 32 to 29 Inverleigh. And Belpost still have made their way back to just being a goal down on on Belmont Lions. So some close games from around the other grounds. And this one here, as I said, had tightened up, but has got out a little bit.
I think you need Dev Smith. He hasn't had his best game today. You need him to have a really good last quarter, get a lot of the ball and create some opportunities. Thompson can get back in this one.
So umpire about to start things.
Let's not worry about the Dev Smiths and all those blokes. Let the other players come in and do a little bit as well.
So the ball in the middle this time. Ruckman go at it. They're going to be cleared away this time by Blair. Goes quickly into the forward line. Sim goes back and that's a good mark. Littlest bloke takes a mark really uncontested there. So he's done nicely. Bit of courage going back with the flight of the ball. So he's now going to asking for options to come at him. He goes across the ground and that will be okay. Skerry takes a mark. Still in the half-back line. Goes now quickly towards the centre wing, coming up. Mark taken there by Van Dyke. And he's going to move the ball a little bit quicker this time. Goes back inside. Hennessy couldn't take the mark. Ball gets out the back, picked up by Alessi. Handballs back to Mawson, put him under pressure. Was able to release the ball. Went looking for his teammate in Robertson. Got the boot to ball. Goes into their full forward line. Going after it now. It I think might be Ebel. He can't take clean possession. Thomson through some numbers will win the bout. And that's Piasante gets the ball outside towards Hennessy again. That was a smart kick along the boundary line. Back to Anders Seb. He's going to get the 1-2. They continue to run now from centre wing. Kick the ball to the half-forward line. Kick will find Cam, and the mark has been taken.
So Cam now has the ball. They're about 80 metres out from goal. He's going to go back inside. Needs someone to fly. Hennessy's there. No, it's Judd, is it? Out the back it is. Cooper Judd takes the mark. And he's going to have an opportunity to bring it within 3 goals. Geordie Cam is presenting a lead to the pocket. He's not going to take it. So Cooper Judd came from Lara. Known tagger. Comes in. Kicks. Looks all right off the boot. Is it home? It's sliding hearts. And the celebration to go through it. 10-4, 64 to 7. 4:46. We have gone just on 2 minutes in this fourth quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
That's what we asked for. We asked for the first one, and I might be a little bit hard on them, but I'm asking for the second one too because they need that as well. But I tell you what, when you go up for a mark, the bloke that's got the best chance of marking it is the bloke that keeps his eyes on the ball and doesn't worry about what's around him. Right in the middle of the pack, he was the only one that his eyes never left the footy, and that's why he took a great mark. And then kicked a great goal for him, and that brings him right back into play.
Right, back in the middle of the game. Once again, ball this time. Eden gets the ball down. It's going to be cleared away again. Blair, he's tackled quickly there by Gerard. Nice in the umpire. And Blair gets the handball. They get forward again. Hennessy quickly goes into their half-forward line. Mark not taken this time. Well, actually, it might have been. Sim had a fair crack at it. Ball ends up now with Robinson. Fitzpatrick it was. Kicked the ball outside 50. Going back, McFadden, he was tackled without the ball. Umpire has seen it that way as well. Free kick. Will he kill advantage?
Yes,
Yes, he
he
will.
does
So
now.
Blair now takes it, runs, goes outside. That handball wasn't great. Teammate under pressure, but he's back there to help out again. He gets the ball by hand and kicks the ball long, goes into their forward line. Spoil was there by Harms. Now a ball which needs to be won, picked up by Smith, tries to duck underneath. Umpire said, dropping the ball.
I think he might have played for it, Dev, that time.
Yeah, did. Sims got the resulting free kick there, so he's going to now kick back to centre half back. Dangerous because Cam has made some good ground. Spoil, so they keep the ball along. Alive, Judd goes back to Smith. Smith needs some options. He wants to give it the handball out, does so. Anderson from 40, kicks a goal, and he has scored. So the charge is on. They have kicked the first two of the last quarter. 8-4 Thomson, 10-4 Anakie, and we have gone nearly 4 minutes in this Morris Finance final quarter.
Well, I've asked for the first two. Can I be presumptuous and ask for the next one too, so we can have an absolute cliffhanger? But here is where Thomson have got to settle, because every time they've kicked a couple to get within 2 or 3, Anakie have been able to go bang, bang. So, yes, they need to kick another couple, but they've got to be so aware that Anakie can't get it up there and put another 4-goal barrier between them.
Tyler's getting very excited here in the box. These North boys are on the charge.
So momentum is a big thing in football. Thomson have that at the moment. They're going to capitalise while they have it, as the umpire has the ball in the middle now. It's out. Eden, can he get the tap out? He can. Can he win the clearance? Trying to get the handball out. Great tackle on that occasion by Moylan. He says no prior opportunity, so we'll go again in the middle. Up again now. Eden trying to get the ball out. Blair's been instrumental in this last quarter so far.
Oh, no.
The ball is pinned. Here's Jasper Blair again.
No.
It's off to the races. Lowers the eyes, not his best kick. The ball hits the deck. Still an opportunity for Thomson. Des Smith coming through. He couldn't quite. Now is that holding the ball?
Well,
Turned into it, and no.
According to the last one, it wasn't. I couldn't see any prize money at all.
No, not there.
He didn't
So-
fend.
50 metres out from Thompson's goal. Eden tries to get the ball out. He's trying to take one on. Smith gets a kick forward. Sim was there. He couldn't quite. Jasper Blair there as well. Can he end up with the ball? He can. It was a good handball. There's Hennessy. Kick around the corner of the mark.
Too tall.
Get in the goal square. Here's Captain Courageous, Geordie Cam. He's going to go back and make it a one-kick margin. They've kicked 3 in 5 minutes, Thomson. 10-4, 64 to 9-4, 58. We have gone 5 minutes in this last quarter.
Well, Smithy, who was it brought by?
Morris Finance.
Smithy, you said when you read the scores out there, they're the close ones, and you sounded a little bit disappointed that we didn't have the close one. Well, guess what?
Things have changed.
We've got it now. And I tell you now, right, I know they've used Jordan Cam in the ruck on it. Caleb Eden has got to run this quarter out and play in the ruck for the whole quarter, right? Because the bloke that's going to win the game from could well be Jordan Cam, and he's got to stay down in the goal square to see if he can kick another couple, because he's the man that'll kick the goals to win the game from. So, Caleb Eden, stay there, run your guts out, play the quarter, and let Cam win the game if he's able to.
Well, they're the marking options they've had in previous weeks that have been reliable. So they've got
Yeah.
Davis. Davis is now pushed down from the wing. I think he's gone back into their forward half as well.
Well, so they're back
adding,
being tall.
they're adding some height. That's exactly what they need to do, because you don't get any smaller late in the game. So back with Moylan and Eden in the middle of the ground. It's been a good battle in there between the two. Again, Eden over the top. Went to his teammate and Blair, who's been exceptional in that clearance work. Again, player trying to force his way through may have been out of set, but was tackled, brought the ground right in the middle circle, and another ball up will take place.
Should be a complaint. I think John Mitchell spoke to the umpires at three-quarter time.
Oh, did he? This is not going well. Ball now from Hoffman. Kicks back towards his teammate Redown. Comes out. Didn't take the mark. Handball goes out the back. So Thomson now able to put the ball back towards centre half forward. Mark not again taken out there by Ryan, but he's gone back and retrieved it, and then was tackled, brought to ground, and it will be a ball up that will take place. So thrown up quickly by the umpire. Again, Eden worked his way down there. Sims got the handball out the back, tried to went to his teammate, but unfortunately couldn't get it over the top. Mawson did well, tapped it further afield, so they win possession of it. Robinson kicks the ball further. and gets towards centre wing. They try and keep the ball running. Over the top of the ball is Dixon, and he, with no prior opportunity, will hand the ball back to the umpire, and a ball up will take place.
I've got a worry here, Smitty. If Thompson get up, because I had Anakie players in my votes, and I don't know what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, so the ball now. There's a free kick for hold. I'm not too sure. Advantage has been played now. Eden plays on, goes long. Cam front position, hands up, and that's where he's best. He's taken the mark, Geordie Cam, and he can go back and look at his fourth.
See, Lynchy always listens to me. He must have heard me say it, Lynchy. So, Lynchy, if you need any advice to win this game, come and see me, because this bloke, as I've said, is the man that can win the game, although you don't have to be Professor Einstein to work that out.
Yeah, when he plays in front like that, you're not going to give yourself
There's
much
no
chance.
one there that is big enough to stop him.
Haven't got anyone there. So Cam from 45, that's off the boot, not looking good, goes towards the pocket. Oh, Davis was up, mark not taken. Ball comes to ground, heads back towards the boundary line. It has gone over, so that will be a little bit of relief for Anakie. And a little chance for Thomson to set up in their forward line.
Well, I was going to say that. It might be a chance for Anakie of relief, but it's still in there. There's still a chance here.
So Cam's going to do the ruck work. He's going to be up against Scary. This time Cam tried to take it out of the ruck contest, picked up out there by Harms. Delivers the ball back towards centre wing, races on, ball out in front of McLaughlin, just needs a favourable bounce, got it, can't back, well, he did go back and collect it, got around one, got around two, evaded, then kicked the ball long towards Redoubt, has to take this one, no, didn't get to him, for Jesse Fulton had it, tapped it nicely outside, and hit the target again, they run now from the half-back line, Thomson, kicked back towards centre wing, Hennessy, came out at the ball, didn't take the mark, went back after it, Eden's there in support, steps back on his left boot, kicks the ball long into their forward line, in front, mark has been taken, Judd, turns, spins, goes, looking for his teammate out there. Again, Cam brought ball to ground, picked up. Well, it wasn't picked up by Hoffman. Cam went back and collected it. One-handed boot to ball, goes to their forward pocket. Will go over the boundary line. And again, a chance for them to set up in that area about 25 to 30 metres around from the behind post. It is 10-4-64 Anakie, 9-4-58 Thomson, and almost 10 minutes gone. Morris Finance, final quarter.
Plenty of time to go in this one. Just want to kick this girl sooner rather than later as the ball comes back in now. Opportunity for Dev Smith. Tucked up against the boundary line. He couldn't from there, Dev, could he? No. Is it going to be out of bounds on the full? It is. So a score would have been handy.
Bit of Dacos could do it from there.
So last line of defence here for Anakie is going to be Billy Goodwin. Have the ball in hand. Waiting to retrieve that from the paddock at the back. How's the ball now? Anakie need to still look to score here. Let's see with them. Heaps of time to go. Billy Goodwin plays on arcs. He's back down the line. Eden might jump over the top here. There's already... Oh, it was a big fly from Rocco O'Toole. There was a whistle
earlier. A whistle earlier on a free kick.
That is disappointing. And also, Rocco O'Toole's jumped into Eden. Eden's down as well. Gerard's going to go quickly, though. He has his teammate Moylan out. Moylan has the ball now. It's in front of his interchange bench. Coming up to centre wing. He's going to kick towards the centre of the ground. It's a dangerous position. Pierce, Centane, Francesi, Fulton, and there's Blair. He takes a bounce. He's going to kick wide. This player's got all types of room. It's Davis. Davis is going to go inside, forward 50, but Thomson. Judd is there. He couldn't quite take the mark. Harms defending gallantly. Couldn't quite. Ball stuck under Judd, and we'll have a stoppage. 35 metres out from the Thomson goal. Jasper Blair again with the clearance. Ball down now. 40 metres out from Thomson's goal. Anakie win the clearance. It's going to be a genuine one-on-one here. Pertzel taps it back. It was a 1v4. Lynch did really well. And then Port was sore. So it's going to be an Anakie ball. Ollie McLaughlin has it. He's going to give to his teammate and then pass off. And then the mark is taken by Abel. So Abel just in front of us in the broadcast. She's going to chip back in. Got a good kick coming through Harms. He's going to mop up. He couldn't quite. Saw coming through as well. He got the handball. McDonald there as well. Now every player's just got a little bit more pressure on them at the moment. Is that holding the ball? Umpire says play on Harms, then Hoffman. Hoffman inside the forward 50. Francesi Fulton couldn't quite. He keeps his feet. Now looks back. It's just going to kick to the hot spot. He kicks it out of bounds on the full. So not a good execution there for Francesi Fulton. They went to play on quickly to Blair. Oh, no, there's a free kick. Oh, I don't know about that.
No, I couldn't see it.
I don't. He didn't.
I
He fell over us. So Franceschi Fulton has the ball anyway. He's going to go to the pocket to Gerard, and Gerard takes the mark. He's going to play on quickly. Now kicks to the hot spot. Can Anakie take a mark?
Oh,
They can!
They have.
And that hurts Thomson.
Is it Alessi?
Yep.
Alessi will go back now from no more than 15 metres out and have a shot to extend this margin out to 2 goals. These are all big moments. Alessi now, no more than 10 metres, goes back to make it a 12-point margin. He has kicked the goal. Yes. 11-4, 70 to 9-4, 58. We have gone 13 and a half minutes in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
It's amazing what Lady Luck brings, isn't it? For the first 12 minutes, everything seemed to be going Thompson's way. The bounce of the ball, they got a couple of free kicks that we thought were 50-50, and they looked the goods. Then all of a sudden, look, I couldn't see what happened because it's in that corner after Franceschi Fulton got rid of it. But if they pushed him over, they pushed him over and it's down the ground. But just those little things, the ball gets in there, and Alessi takes a mark, which, it was a really, really, really good mark in the middle of that pack and a great goal.
So the ball now back in the middle again. Eden gets the ball down. Smith through the middle, runs through and now delivers the ball long into the forward line. Target out there. Couldn't see who the target was, but the ball's got out the back cans first to arrive.
It's going to be a holding free kick.
Oh, jeez. They're quick on those today. I can't see some of them, but again, being a little bit older, it gets a bit harder to see down that far, doesn't it, Grub?
Yeah, it does.
So Geordie Cam, I think he's going to go around the body, plays on now, kicks back towards goal, and I think that is a very nice finish. He has got his 4th of the afternoon and a quick response. The 10th now for Thomson, 10-4, 64. And the Anakie side, 11-4, 70. And we have gone almost 15 minutes, Morris Finance final quarter.
Well, the only thing they can possibly do when they get 2 goals down like that is to fight back and kick one straight away. And that's exactly what they did. And look, before the game, quarter time, half time, 3/4 time, I had Anakie with not a problem. I haven't got them with a problem anymore. They can still win, but there is a big problem out there now. And that problem is the Thomson Footy Club, the way they're playing. And it's a credit to both sides, really.
So ball up now. Eden sees it down. It was a good tap from Moylan. They might win this unless he couldn't quite in and under. Was Blair as always. And there's going to be a stoppage in the middle of the ground. Just wasn't quick enough with the hands there. Alessi. Ball is up now. Eden trying to get it down to Blair. It went through his hands. Opportunity for Judd. He might throw it on the boot. He does. It's not the best kick, though, and Harms reads it best off the boot. So Harms has played a very good game today. Anakie is going to go central and finds Hoffman. Made him work for it. The switch is not on anymore. Gives it back to Harms. He's going to go straight up the guts because there's nowhere else to go. Coming back across.
Oh, that's a free kick. That's a free kick.
Which way is the free kick going to go?
It has to go to
in
Alessi.
trouble. It is going to go the way of Alessi.
Oh, he was interfered with a mile. That's a definite free
Did he
kick.
get pushed in the back?
No, he was front on, really.
Oh, front on, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a free kick every day of the week. That's a good
Davis,
decision.
yeah. Good decision. Pressure goes up for all the players and the umpires as well. As Alessi's going to send Anakie inside 450. They have their response here. They've got the numbers. Thompson, Pierce centre over the back. Oh, he split himself.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Franceschi Fulton hits the post. His man flew for the ball. He didn't. Now it's a 7-point margin. Dixon's going to go from fullback. He's going to go long down the line. Davis couldn't quite. Might be Alessi there again, and there's going to be a stoppage. So we'll have another ball up. 11-5, 71 to 10-4, 64. Clock is at 17 minutes. So the ball's up again. Eden and Moylan. Eden gets the ball down. Peacock there as well. Couldn't quite. Now still in congestion, and we'll have a stoppage.
So ball in attacking end for Anakie again, but the ball, Ruckman over the top. Eden did nicely, went back and actually picked up out there by Van Dyke. His kick went sideways, picked up. Judge got the ball, steps back inside, handballs back inside to Davis. Teammate put his hands on it. Davis trying to go back after it. That was a good attack on the football there. So the ball's now pushed back to the half-forward line. Tackle was made there by McLaughlin. Ball come out. The umpire said he had possession. So it's McLaughlin. This is Oliver. He's got the ball inside or just outside the 50-metre zone. And he's got some options there. Franceschi Fulton had left, but he's gone back now. Longer kick going to the forward line. Out the back, Mark not
There's
taken.
a
There's a
push
free
there,
kick.
and it's going to Anakie.
Yep, going to Mawson, it looks like.
I was just about to say, where is Josh Mawson? He must be sitting down there having a bit of a rest, because I think it's about time that he's back in the middle, because that's where they got to get the ball out. But well, obviously I was wrong, because here he is having a shot for goal to maybe seal it for him.
They had 2-on-1 contest there too, so I'm not too sure. I didn't see the push either.
No, I didn't, but it's way away from us.
So Mawson now can stretch the margin back again. Give them just that little bit more breathing space. Steps in, usually a good kick at the ball.
Oh,
And the umpire says, that is good enough for me. It is a goal. And the 12th now for Anakie. They are 12-5. Thomson on 10-4. And we have gone 18.5 minutes. Morris Finance final call the scoreboard.
well, that's taken the wind out of their sails at the moment, because it's gone back to that 2-and-a-bit goal lead. And I tell you what, that point that he kicked that hit the post, I know you love it to be a goal, but gee, it made it a little bit different. It's just put him at that 2 goals plus out. So, but the last time Anakie kicked one, Thomson fought like anything. Now, where is Josh Mawson? Is he back in the middle?
Up forward.
Because I think he has to be back in the middle.
No, he's up forward.
Not 20 minutes gone. Gee.
Back now in the middle. Judd had the ball out, tried to get it to Ryan. He couldn't quite. Anakie might win this clearance. They've gone backwards there. Noah Hannessy hot on Rhodes' hammer. He couldn't quite. Now Smith there as well. The ball stays in. It's going to favour Anakie. It does. That may have been out of bounds. The umpire didn't see. Mason Rhodes going to send him inside. Forward 50. Here comes Franceschi Fulton. Couldn't quite. Ball hits the deck now. Mawson gets around one. Back to Redoubt. Redoubt the up and under ball. Franceschi Fulton takes the mark. Back with a fly. It was courageous. His eyes never left the ball. And he's going to have an opportunity to kick this goal, send it out beyond 3 goals. So 12-5, 77 to 10-4, 64. How many does he kick today, Smithy?
5.
5 goals, 1 or something hit the post, and I think take every second of your time and take something off the clock as well.
20 minutes gone in this last. It will be an extra long one, considering how many goals have been kicked. Goes back now. No more than 35 metres out. To make it really difficult for Thomson. Franceschi Fulton. He's kicked 6.
Don't you worry about that, he says.
And he lets us know about it. 13-5, 83 now. It's 10-4, 64. We have gone 20.5 minutes in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
I don't know about letting us know about it, but I think a few of them, the Thomson people might have said something uncomplimentary to him across the fence, and he's certainly given it back to him. But what worries me is he contested the ball with his fullback up here. In the end, he had 45 minutes for it to come down, and he's back on his own. Your fullback, a normal fullback, like the fullbacks that they've had in the past, they go straight back with him. He was left on his own. I can't see that.
Back in the middle once again. It looks like Anakie will emerge with the ball. This time Mawson is back in the middle, Grub, so you'll be happy now. Must be on the phone to coach, are you?
Yeah, both
Ball
of them.
now comes out. That's good work out there by Dixon. Kicks the ball back in the middle of the ground. It was a nice trap by Moreland. Unfortunately got away from him. Now it's underneath there. I think Ryan trying to work his way through the contest. He was held up. Umpire will ask for the ball back.
Well, I just thought, Smithy, if your best player's not in the middle and they get it down 3 times and kick 3 goals, you'll regret it.
Yeah, that's right. The ball now back in that contest. Eden taps the ball down to Smith. Smith tried to force his way through. No prior opportunity
No,
there.
not at all.
Absolutely none. So we will hand the ball back to the umpire. So Ruckman again, working hard, both of them. As the hold, the umpire said, it's going to go Thompson's way this time. Eden will be the recipient. So he's got the ball. Smith round the back, kicks the ball into their forward line now. Mark required down there. Sim read it nicely. He's come across and takes the mark. So Sean Sim, little chip again, out to wide, goes outside Goodwin, takes the mark. So they can afford to play a little bit of possession football now at 22 minutes. 13 points the margin. Another kick in. It's actually not 13 points, is it? It's Melbourne now. It's
No.
ball's 18 points for 19. So the ball,
19.
yeah, 19. So the ball goes now towards centre wing. Eden's up in front, didn't take the mark. Moylan taps the ball and goes over the boundary line.
Yeah, how come that's not Lasso?
Yeah, they are. No, because they asked for deliberate. The umpire said you're kidding yourselves, but that's what it should be.
But he punched the ball over.
Yeah, it doesn't count as a possession if you punch it.
So if you accidentally kick it, it does.
Yeah.
Come
Yep.
on, wake up to yourself.
Eden gets the ball comes out the back. Coming onto it was Dixon, got taken off the ball. Gerard kept it alive outside now. McLaughlin runs inside 50, looks at goal. This could finish. That's a nice looking kick towards goal. It is going to run, and it will run through. And he has got his first. Matt McLaughlin, the first for him, and 14 now for Anakie. 14-5 it is, and they lead Thomson on 10 goals for. And 23 minutes gone in the final quarter. Morris Finance scoreboard.
The frustration's building up here on the Thomson boys, and they weren't too happy. Anakie weren't too happy with the treatment of the big, I think it was run out. And he may be getting another free kick, is he? He wants one.
Yeah,
I
they
think-
nearly did.
I don't think so. The umpire's going back to the middle. The free kick's going to be taken from the middle, Smithy. There you go. If it's going to be a free kick, it has to be taken from the centre.
Yeah, he's just a bit. He's cribbed a few metres there. Grab.
Yeah, well, it's going to go back and it will be taken there from. That's where it's got to be taken from. And just the frustrations of trying that hard and seeing the game slip away from him in the last couple of minutes, and they just got a little bit frustrated, but nothing too bad.
So Moylan has the ball now. He's going to pass to Hoffman. Couldn't quite cover the ball, and then Moylan's still there as well. Opportunity for Noah Hannessy now. He's in an under. He is Judd there as well. He couldn't quite win the ball. Hoffman now goes through. Hannessy nearly wrapping him up, sends him forward. Here's Francesi Fulton. And it was probably the change they needed to make, Grub. Piersente went back on him at the start of this quarter. So
Well-
Lynchy may not be listening to you.
Well, that's why they lose. Because, look, Sammy Jackar is not the attacking defender running down that he used to be. But I think he's the best bet to play on Francesi Fulton every day of the week. And he stopped him when he was on him, and now he's going to finish up with 7. He could have finished with 4 or 5, and I think I would have had Jackar on him. But you've got to try and win the game too, obviously.
Game at small margins to kick his 7th goal now. Had a good day out. Francesi Fulton leans back on it. He's kicked the goal. Probably put the game to nuts. 15-5, 95 for Thomson, 10-4, 64. So out beyond 30 points now. We've gone 25 minutes in this last quarter. Brought to you by Morris Finance.
I also find that call very, very intriguing. You watch just about every left footer you'll ever see kick for goal actually veers off an inch so they swing back on the left. The umpire's called play on. Now, they never used to, they let Buddy Franklin get away with it on the boundary because it was his natural turn. That's not play on. He hasn't gone over the mark. He's just drifted about half a foot. He's called play on. It could have cost him a goal. Oh, I can't see where that come from.
So the ball back in the middle once again. Moylan doing the ruck work. Ball comes out and Morton had it and was tackled pretty much straight away there by Cooper Judd. Umpire will ask for it back once again. Again, the ruck contest. Ball from there. Oh, there's another free kick given. I'd actually
The
like to
thing
have a-
is, they don't know whose it is. Big Moreland went to run away.
So Moylan now decides to play on. He
Well,
wants to
that
be
is off.
careful. He's put himself under a little bit of pressure, but he's got some relief out the back and he uses that player. So Anakie now they can play a little bit of a slowness if they want to, Redoubt, but they're going to go wide. So they've got some runners outside. I reckon this might be Harms out there on the far side. A little chip up over the top. Again, kick will be okay because the mark has been marked out there again by Moylan. He's working pretty hard for the ruckman, the big fella.
Got his hand out the wrong way again.
So now it goes back into the hands of Harms. His little chip forward once again. Francesi Fulton comes out, didn't finish the mark. Picked up out there by Sim. Ball now taken away out there by Dixon. Goes long back to the half or centre wing. Hennessy takes the mark, did that nicely. So the option's got to be Cam this time. He can lap at the player now. Good kick. Anakie have worked hard to get numbers back behind the ball, so they're outnumbered, Thomson, if they go quickly. Deb Smith's now pushing forward, looking for the ball, but again, smart kick, lead up player, and mark has been taken once again. So opportunity, Judd just inside 50. Again, this will test him. The 27 minutes game probably gone now. Just needs to take his time. has one for the afternoon, can make this his second.
I think it's Soroli, not Judd.
Is it?
Yeah.
So he's going to kick from just on 50. Got plenty of height on the ball. And it will land in the goal square. And a mark will be paid to who? There was a couple of people proclaiming the ball.
Oh, he's missed it from the top of the goal square.
That was
He's turned around to go quickly. I think it's
Lockout O'Toole. It was.
Has missed it.
He has missed it from the goal square. I maybe got confused which was the big sticks there, I think. For 10-5, Dale Thompson. 15-5, Anakie. And we have gone 28 minutes, final quarter.
You will not see an easier goal missed in GDFL football. As Gerard's going to go quickly now over the top. Misses Goodwin. Now Smith has the ball. He's going to do a little party trick and handle off to Judd. Judd now in the path of Andersev. Andersev, right foot, check side. Come back on. No. Punana from 45 nearly worked.
That's not a banana, you idiot. It's late, Smithy.
15-5 to
Banana. I tell you what, if anyone before you leave, the old scoreboard's getting taken away. If you want to go and get a photo with it, be part of history before they take it away, you Anakie people.
We'll take a piece of it.
Say that.
Gerard's to go.
There's a siren.
Siren goes. Anakie were challenged. They pull away and win convincingly in the end from Thomson. 15-5, 95. Anakie are victors over Thomson, 10-4, 64. That quarter went for 29 minutes. Brought to you by Morris Finance.
Yes, and Franceschi Fulton will finish with 7, 3 to Alessi, 1 each to Gerard, Redoubt, Mawson, Robinson, McLaughlin, and for the Thomson side, 4 to Geordie Cam, 2 to Hennessy, that's Jed, 1 to Smith, Andersev, Judd, and Ryan. We'll take a short break. Hopefully we can get some scores from around the ground, and then we'll give you our 3-2-1 for the day. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your
Good luck
home
with that.
of local football. back. Final score here this afternoon. It is 15-5-95. Anakie will defeat Thomson 10-6-66.
They did.
And we've got a couple of scores from around the ground. We at the moment Bannockburn 105 lead Corio 77. Winchelsea 118, Geelong West Giants 60. East Geelong 62, trail Werribee Central's 93. North Geelong 58 lead Inverleigh 35. Same amount of scoring shots there, but a bit of a margin. Belpost Hill currently 59, Belmont Lions 68. So a couple of games still there, close enough, but as I said, game over here this afternoon. And it ebbed and flowed a little bit, but Anakie were able to regain some late composure there. They kicked 5 goals in the last quarter, and Thomson managed 4 and started that quarter very well by getting himself back to within a goal. Not a bad game of football, Grub, in the end.
Yeah, it was a good game of footy. And as you said with the around the ground scores, a lot of close ones, and then a couple just got away. That's exactly what happened here. We asked Thomson, show us something, show us what you got. You got a lot of kids. You've got a lot of your ex-champions and that who have left the club. Show a bit of grunt, have a bit of a go. And they did that, and they got within, a goal.
Yep.
And when they got within about a goal, I thought to myself, geez, I think they've got Anakie here. One more, and look out. I thought they just about had them. But Anakie, as they'd done most of the day, they were able to just settle, get it up to the full forward, kicked a couple of goals, kicked 5 in the last quarter to 4.
Yep.
And it was just, in the end, it was just too much for the young Thomson side. But if I was Lynch, I don't think I'd be too disappointed in the way they go about their football. I know coaching these days, a lot of people say it's about wins and losses. But when you lose so many great players and you're blooding so many young ones, I don't think the win-loss matters as much as the way you go about the game. And they had a real crack and they went about it well. They gave themselves a chance to win. And in the end, they fell short because Anakie came back at them. But, I would be in there now, patting a few on the back. I know people will say you don't pat on the back for wins, but right at this point in time in their development, I think they should be reasonably proud of what they did. Anakie, on the other hand, they were attacked. They were just about ambushed in that last quarter, and they could have easily just folded and give the game away. But you're playing a Jake Mawson, and you don't do that. And blokes like Hoffman coming through the packs a couple of times, Francesi Fulton kicking a couple of goals, Sim off the back line. And all of a sudden they settled, and a lot of credence goes to them because, as I said, I thought they were just about gone, and they came back and they win by 5 goals. So a great effort from Anakie and almost as good effort from the Thomson Footy Club.
Yeah, I tend to agree, Grub. I said they got the right bloke coaching them, the kids, as I said, at Thomson. They'll be taught the right way to do things. Yep. As I said, if they can spend a couple of years together, who knows what this side can do. But as I said, you've got to have that little bit of experience. Unfortunately, Sammy Jacker, I don't know whether he travelled too well after he hurt his ankle early in the game. But as I said, they've got some key players there that obviously need to stand up week after week, and that's a fair bit of responsibility. But I think they might be heading back in the right direction and might do that fairly quickly. So, but again, as I said, impressed by the way Anakie were able to get themselves away. They were challenged and they fought back again. And again, I suppose they get a few lucky breaks with some umpiring decisions, but that's all just part of the game these days. So you take what you can get, but they were able to manage and run away in the end. So played pretty well.
Yeah, I think when you mentioned the umpiring there, I think it may have seemed unlucky at the time for Thomson, but it ebbed and flowed all game. So it all evens up in the end. There was times where Anakie should have got free kicks and they didn't. There was times where Thomson got some that that we're not too sure about. So I think it's kind of hurt the tagger, but definitely ebbs and flows. It happens all the time. I think Thomson definitely having the young kids as well, like Blair standing up and Andersev, Rocco O'Toole, even Judd and McFadden. So I think when the kids are standing up, it shows a lot for Thomson. It's really positive for Thomson in the future, and it should be good going, looking forward. Anakie, on the other hand, Jake Moore's really happy with that winner. That gets them out of the pack now. They're nearly at the finals or the top 5, top 6 now. They're only a couple of wins away from that. So yeah, so no, it should be good. I don't know how we're going to give votes because I struggled to give votes. You guys,
Well, I've
about
done
the
mine
quarter?
first the last couple of weeks, so you blokes can have a crack.
Well, I
Go
don't think
first.
you can give votes because I know what you're going to do, and you're just going to wreck the whole dinner for two. So go on, Arch.
I'm going to go one vote. You care what you have to say with Jasper Blair. I thought he was. I thought he was Thompson's best player on the ground.
In one quarter, yeah.
I think he was for multiple quarters. I think if you have a look at the numbers on Tuesday when they come out, Grub, I reckon you'll see he had about 15 clearances.
Yeah, 12 of them in the second quarter.
And then I've given 2 votes to Josh Mawson. I think he faded out of the game. I think he was on top of Cooper Judd in the tag early and had to change it. But even when he went up forward as well, kicked a valuable goal. And then I've given 3 votes to the man who kicked 7 goals, Jackson Francesi Fulton. Thoughts, Scrub?
My thoughts are, I'll bet you Smitty don't even give him a vote for kicking 7 and winning the game from him. But
You're right, Grub.
you can't do that. You can't have a bloke kick 7 goals, you win by 5 and not give him a vote. You cannot do that. So I haven't given him a vote myself, but you can do it. No. I gave 1 vote to Harms in the back line. I thought for 4 quarters he was terrific and did all the little hard things as well. I gave 2 votes to Francesi Fulton at full forward because if you kick 7 goals out of 15 without him, they don't win. Because I don't know if they've got anybody else in that side to be able to do that. But Jesse Mawson was terrific, and I didn't think he did play. They stuck him up in the Josh Mawson, sorry. They stuck him up in the forward line. He kicked a goal, and a very important one. So I thought Josh Mawson was the best player on the ground.
Right,
But it was close.
I'm giving 1 vote to Sean Sim. I thought his game across half back today for Anakie was exceptional. He played only a little bloke, but he knows where to go and find a football, and he gets it and uses it every time he gets it.
I'll go with that.
I gave 2 votes to Jasper Blair. I thought his game today, which as a clearance player and through the middle of the ground, is a good sign for the Thompson side if they can keep him around. And I gave Daniel Harms my 3 votes for his performance early in the game. As I said, so
There's 2 on 5, I think. Is that right?
so Mawson's on 5, Francesi Fulton's on 5, Harms is on 3. Yep, so
3, yeah.
it'll be whoever you want to give it to.
So it's either Francesi Fulton or Mawson.
Well, you can give it Grub
Well, because I can't believe
because he's already gone.
Oh, is he?
He was heading
Yeah,
to the
he
ground.
has.
he
Yeah,
was
he's already
too.
gone.
No, I think Francesi Fulton because I can't believe he didn't give him. What? You couldn't get 1 vote for $7.
He did it early in the
What's
game.
wrong with you?
He did it early in the game.
He's full forward. He can only do it when the ball goes up there.
No,
You give 2 votes or 1 bloke to a bloke who had 15 touches in the second quarter and never touch it for the rest of the day.
no, that's all right. But I'm just saying his game.
And he was in the middle.
Yeah, his game was good. I'm just saying his game. He wasn't in. He couldn't have got a vote. But I'm just saying he did it early in the game when obviously the run was with Anakie and they were playing well and good football and getting it down pretty quickly.
His
I know you have to be on the end of it and you have to do some work to do it. But I don't know whether the quality of play was there. As soon as he had someone on him that could play football and recognise fullback, he couldn't get a kick. And then again, he got it late when it was changed.
Does he come into the
Well, as I said, I know he wins the game for
As
us.
far as I'm concerned, he's kicked 4 in the first half and butted up with 3 in the second half. What more?
4 in the first quarter and 3 in the last. As I said, he's. I'm not saying he didn't play well. I'm just saying
He had to get a vote. He had to get a vote in front of Blair. He was inconsistent and he played in the middle.
Well, I said,
I can't believe that, but he's getting it anyway. He's getting it because you can't not give a bloke who kicks 7 goals when you win by 5 and you only kick 15. Because as I say, without him, they don't win the game.
No.
There's no one else there that's going to kick 6 or 7.
They might have played Mawson there and he might have kicked 7.
Well, then he wins it, but he didn't.
Might have put Redout there and he might have kicked 7.
Yeah, so might I.
Got some.
Well, there you go. Jackson Francesi Fulton is the recipient of the award here this afternoon. Unfortunately, I think he may have already left the ground. He had his bag packed when he was walking past, so whether he's going to Queensland to visit Mum, I'm not too sure.
Oh, I tell you what, I think she was listening when I was bagging her. Am I in deep trouble?
You might get a phone call yourself then this afternoon. So
I might be in deep trouble.
well, hopefully, let's see. The scores we've given you, I'm not too sure whether too many of them will actually change and affect the result there this afternoon. So we'll probably let that run. Rob, you've got some sponsors to thank here this afternoon.
Well, I most definitely have, and I've really got to have a big thank you to Buckley's, the best in the business, the Elders. They've been fantastic for us. P&R Foods and Morris Finance. We didn't get a big men fly for the Routledge
we
pie,
had
but
half
by
of one.
gee, we nearly did for the mark of the day. Kempy Engineering, read the play of the day. The Hotham Hotel player of the day. The goal of the day, Connectel. Yes, that's right, Connectel. The Beersdorf sports tapes and
Can you
bandages.
say that again?
Oh, no, you said that to me last week. Red Onion, fantastic. Promoted Clothing, Raiders Bingo, Oswald Plumbing and Civil, Athlete's Foot, Tom the Fiend, Sirocco Travel and Cruise, The Pulse, the Yards Hotel. You can't get any better than that. Victory Trophies, who we give a pretty big rap to, love it. Now, I've got something in down here, Smithy, and I can't find it because I've created this little thing about a sponsor of the week. Oh, geez, I can't find it. I've just found it.
Well, there you go.
You thought I forgot these plugs, right? But I didn't. Frameline Printing and Framing. Frame your prints and photos on site. A range of printing options for family photos and wedding memories. They restore photos too. I don't know if they go back to your childhood photos, Smitty, but they do restore them.
Black and white.
If you're an artist, and I mind you, I've been called an artist plenty of times, choose a range of canvases and textures that suit your artwork. Guess what, Smitty? They can professionally hang photos in your studio, your office, gallery or business, and you can't ask much more than that. Frameline Printing and Framing, 18 Thomson Road, North Geelong, open 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Fridays and 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock on Saturdays.
Well, that is a magnificent grub. And as I said, if you need anything done, that's the place to go. Right, next week, gentlemen, where are we going to go? I think we already know where we're going to go.
I know.
Got some games.
Let's see if Archie, where do you want to go, Arch?
We're not going to Thompson and Belpo still.
I'll have a look at the
Belmont
game.
Lions, East Geelong, the battle of the, what do they call the battle of the roundabout?
That'd be good. Or
The Lomax Shield, is that still running for grub, is it?
Oh, I think so.
Yep. We've got Bellpost Hill playing Thompson.
Oh, no.
Bannockburn take on the Giants.
No.
Werribee take on Inverleigh up at the Duck Pond.
Right.
North Geelong take on their neighbours Corio. And the two countryside, Winchelsea and Anakie, take place over at
we haven't
Winchelsea.
seen Belmont yet. Belmont versus East. But I know we also haven't seen Werribee yet. So it has to be out of those two games, doesn't it?
So where do you reckon you want to go?
I'd like to go to the Belmont game, so I don't have to drive up the highway.
Right. All right, well, I'll take that on board.
and just
we
put
will
a line
see you
straight through
blokes, and we'll see you blokks at the Galvin Park Simon Oval next week
it. Is that past
for the
players'
past Players' Day. So it was never in question. You fool!
day? So it is up to Simon Oval. Is it called Simon Oval? Simon?
Simon Oval.
Yep, at Werribee next weekend, which we'll see Werribee take on Inverleigh. So again, to everybody that's been able to sit back and listen to us this afternoon and then watching us on live stream, we thank you for that and hope you'll join us again next week. Thanks to Tyler and the cameraman out there. I can't remember with Tyler, but it's Dan, is it? Thank you. And we will hopefully see you again here next Saturday afternoon. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.